summoners, welcome to the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split Promotionals. We will be your shoutcasters for tonight. I am GSP.
That's right, tonight.
Ayan, so GS Asarai, ano ang mangyayari tonight?
Of course, this is the Pro Gaming, as you said, the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split Promotionals. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay, these teams are fighting for the last slot in the Pro Gaming Series.
Yep.
So let's go into the schedules right now to show the viewers what are the teams that will, face off
Yes.
tonight.
Yeah, what does our bracket look like? I
Yes.
wonder.
Syempre may mga off-stream games, pero ito yung gusto natin stream. That will be between Team Celestial and Diamond V2. So if you guys didn't know, Diamond was a former PGS team that was relegated last split. Alright, you can see right there, Celestial versus Diamond V2. And kung sino man manalo sa matchup na yun, it will go against whoever wins dun sa... yung kakalaban sa Ganking Galore. Whoever wins with that. That's either will be Fist, Comeback Cats, Explicit Hardcore Gaming,
Ayan.
or Ganking Galore. So we'll see that probably by next week.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think we are almost about to start.
Yes, but of course, aside from the matches, meron din tayong giveaways! Ayan, so as you can see behind us, that's Blood Moon Callista. Yeah, we're gonna give away... Okay. Blood Moon skin. So that's a Thresh, Akali, Callista, Shen, and Elise. Okay, so that is our match and win promo. Mamaya at game 2,
Yes.
lalabas ang code. So abangan nyo yan. Abangan. Yes, that is a term. Bubuksan nyo lang, bale yung clients ninyo. And then, abangan nyo yung code. And then insert guess the missing character for those regular viewers. Alam na nila yung gagawin.
Yes.
And then once you insert the right combination, you will get a prompt na starter code siya. So same lang din sa LCL. Starter code, pero the prizes will be inserted to you guys later on.
Yes, of course, we also have tomorrow din sa LCL is the what do you say that? The interviews with the players.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah, right.
Yes. So if you guys are fans of the players, and also I think we have a match tomorrow as well.
Yes, I think we'll have to wait for further announcements
Oh,
on
yes,
their
yes.
Facebook page. That's facebook.com/LCLPH.
Yes. Of course, guys, we are now playing in the 5.18 batch. The most notable changes would probably be onto the notes of GSU today.
Yeah.
Probably onto Darius. If you guys didn't know, his Q, the Decimate, now heals less per champion hit. That is from 15% to 12%. So medyo na-nerf na yung damage.
Yung heal.
Yeah, yung heal pala in terms of that.
Mhm.
But the maximum heal was increased in terms of the enemy champion's hit from 30% to 36%. And his mana cost has been increased.
Oh, okay.
I believe increased para medyo ma-lessen yung spammability ng kanyang Decimate.
Alright, okay.
Alright. Also, we do have the changes onto Fiora. Her base stats were lowered. That's about it. Her Q, though, does reveal you when you hit a opponent in the Fog of War. It does
yeah.
reveal to that opponent. So that's kind of good. You can't do the ninja lunges anymore. Alright, so what else? Of course, for Gangplank, the Power Kegs, his E, the bonus damage to the champions, I believe, was reduced.
Yeah, yung armor penetration niya.
Yeah, and the armor penetration as well was reduced from 50% to 40%. So we're just waiting for the players right now. I believe they just disconnected, issues and all of that. For Mordekaiser, we also have the his armor has been reduced quite significantly, but he was a little bit balanced with his armor growth from 3.5 to 375, but still doesn't look that good.
Speaking of Mordekaiser, I'd like to ask you, Asarai, ano ba nangyari sa 1 week Mordekaiser ADC hype and then suddenly everybody just stopped talking about it? What happened there? What do you think?
Yeah. Honestly, kasi sa Mordekaiser may ano kasi.
Kahit nga ikaw, sobrang excited mo eh.
Yeah.
Ano nangyari, pre?
Well, nung lumabas lagi si Mordekaiser, it was really fun to use. Actually, I still prefer using him in the AR position. Yung problema lang kasi is like, ito na yung sinasabi ko before with Amplifier, is that if you do get behind on a Mordekaiser, you really get behind. But if you stay just stable with the opposing ADR, you're able to get the advantage because of the solo XP that the W gives. And then, ano lang kasi, how do you say this? Ano lang talaga, he gets kited really easily. And that's, I think, the reason why people don't really use him that much.
Yeah, despite having that, dragon control and the dragon control kind of thing, and the solo XP, and I also like the sustain of Mordekaiser, pero hindi nga siya, madali nga siya i-counter. You just gotta kite.
Although his changes right now actually make him, I think, a viable solo laner because you can cast the Harvester of Sorrow onto yourself before you can only cast it to a teammate.
Yeah.
So at least now you're able to give yourself your own self-sustain in a solo lane and not get behind.
But the thing is, sayang yung passive mo. The passive of solo lane experience.
Yeah, I guess so, but still having that possibility of making the 4v6 with the ultimate is still very good.
Yeah, very good sieging power once you get the Dragon Ghost.
Yes.
Or anyone.
The How to Train Your Dragon Mordekaiser.
Yep. So, aside from the Mordekaiser changes, what else can you give out on the table? I can see a Skarner in your notebook.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty... just a slight nerf. The slow on his Fracture was reduced at all ranks, so don't be surprised that when you try to hit an opponent with that Fracture, it doesn't... it still slows them, but it slightly slows them a little bit. Yun na lang.
Yeah, and his passive though is weak early on into the game.
Oh, yeah, that was a 5.17 nerf, I think, that they lowered the stats that he has.
But he scales better late into the game.
Yes, of course.
Yun. And then, Syndra. I kind of miss Syndra in competitive play, yung mga Scatter the Weak plays.
Yeah, but she's getting a slight buff right now. Her mana growth from 50 is now to 53 at all level per level, so I guess that's nice. And like when she scales into the late game, she won't have that few mana to work with her skill set.
Yep, that's right. Also, Twitch ambush, yung madali na siya mag-stealth once in in combat. So I guess it'll be. I'm not sure how you'll use that. What do you think?
Honestly, ano lang siya, just could be an outplay.
Yeah,
kasi
outplay, escapes na rin.
Yeah, that 1.5 seconds is, well, it's less damage off of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, ano na rin pala, it's September, almost to October, malapit na ang end of the term for sa mga college natin. How are you feeling, guys? Medyo baliw ang weather right now.
Baliw ang weather.
Yeah, I am feeling under the weather, but still, I still love to shoutcast, and I will keep on going till the day I die. Medyo extreme. But still, that's how I feel. So, kung meron kayo sakit ngayon, it's perfect weather to watch a good stream, good teams.
Yes,
and of course,
get some coffee or something healthier, tea, and then just chill, relax.
Or milk tea, gongcha.
Gongcha. Wish your girlfriend was okay. Never mind. No, so anyway,
I don't have one though.
All these who good. So anyway, I would like to tell you guys to share the stream to everybody right now on Facebook, on Twitter. The stream is esports.garena.ph/stream. Ayan. So share it with your friends. This is a great bonding time with your friends. And also, if you want to find new Summoner friends, go and check out the Pro Gaming Series PGS Rift.
PGS Rift Facebook page. Facebook group. That is www.facebook.com/group/PGS Rift for all of your, duo needs,
rank team needs,
forever needs, maybe.
Forever.
Maybe. I'm just saying
you
maybe.
You cannot deviate from the forever talaga. So also, Azrai, I want to say hello to those people at Asia PopCon now, Comic-Con.
Hi, Asia PopCon.
Asia Pop Comic-Con. Yay! Hello guys. I hope you're having a great time at the Garena PH booth. Meron sila dyan spin to win where you can win Razor Gear. Woo! I'm doing this because I'm imagining myself. I'm right there at the venue.
Yeah, come on, having that Razor Gear is pretty nice. Of course, I think the post that I did see Gigi's here then, he was holding 2 Razor Mice and
Yeah, the
one,
Mamba.
yeah, the Mamba.
And then actually, kahapon, may nanalo na ng Razor Gear. So, I wonder kung sino yung mananalo today. So,
Yeah.
good luck you guys. Good luck spinning.
Good luck to you guys. Also, I believe nung may nakita nila atang pinost ni Kate Garena was the cosplayer yung parang horror.
Zombie?
Yeah, zombie one.
Yeah,
Parang
that's so cool.
siya, napaka-realistic ng itsura, di ba?
Yeah. Actually, yung mga cosplayers dun sa Asia Pop Comic Con, very, very consistent sila sa paggalaw. Yung mga zombies, even though they're checking out the booths, talagang zombie pa rin sila. They're looking at
Wow.
toys and everything. They're doing this. So, believe ako sa kanila that they're still in character, but still enjoying the convention as a goer.
That is nice. Like, toy.
They don't talk like
brains.
that. Yeah, they don't
Akala
talk.
ko
They just
ganun.
pick it up like, and then they move on.
Akala ko ganun. Like, it'll make it more
Immersive.
realistic. Yeah, or realistic.
Yeah, that's true. So, ayun guys, how are you all doing there at Asia Pop Comic Con?
Yes. What else do we have? Of course, I believe malapit na rin mag-start or nag-start na ata ang Worlds League.
Yeah, actually, na-post na yung schedule for Worlds. And it starts October 1. In Philippine time, 10 o'clock
yeah.
yung opening ceremony ng Worlds. So, abangan nyo yan. Nandyan lang yan sa Riot channels. They also have a YouTube stream, the Twitch stream, of course. That's there too. And then, first match, as far as I can remember, is Fnatic versus Invictus Gaming.
Oh, I think Invictus got wrecked because I wasn't able to watch the match, but I saw this Twitter post that Invictus got dominated by Fnatic.
Wow. So they're scrimming already in Korea.
I guess
Korea?
so. I guess so.
Wow.
So, who do you think, or who do you
EDG.
really? That's your team to win?
That's my team, EDG.
Okay. Wait, I'm just.
Everybody's cheering for SKT. That's okay. I understand. I really understand. And I'm gonna cheer for EDG.
Yeah. Wait, I'm just checking to make group stage show.
Yeah, they do have the schedules up, so do check it out. Also, funny thing is SKT first day also versus SKT. H2K SKT first
Ooh,
day
that's
also.
bad.
What else? Oh, BKT versus EDG.
Oh, that's gonna be a hard sell. Like,
I want to see though, because they're our representatives from
the
GPL.
Southeast Asian representatives.
BKT. Hey guys.
Yes.
007. Lloyd. Hey man. Shout out.
I couldn't see it. But I think for me, I'm still a fan of TSM, but
Of course.
of course, I've been a fan since season 2, guys. I'm not a bandwagon dude. I just
No one's.
yeah, baka sabihin na kasi nila. I'm just saying, but like kuna pa rin actually yung video. I think in OGN Plus with Monte Cristo and Papa Smithy, breaking down like the teams for that
Bracket. The
yeah,
group
the
of death.
the group of death, the D bracket. I think it's KT Roasters, LGD,
And then.
TSM, and I forgot the last one. And honestly, I'm just being realistic. TSM with their, how do you say this, like
With how they
not
perform.
inconsistency in the later stages of their team as a group. They didn't really step it up. They barely made it into world stage.
Yeah.
And I
That's
don't know
true.
right now. I think they have to step it up. Dyrus in the top lane. I love that dude, but I don't know. In this meta right now, that you need carry top laners to play. He doesn't really play that much carry. Yes, he did play the Olaf.
Olaf.
I'm not saying he doesn't carry that. Doesn't carry. He just like his champion pool might not be sufficient enough for the meta right now.
Yeah, and it's really hard for TSM fans kasi yung nakatatak sa utak nila was that CLG versus TSM.
Oh yeah, that one.
3-0.
Man, Double F just showing up too much in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's gonna
Zion Spartan.
Oh yeah,
Definitely. Man of the game as well.
Yeah, so I think we just had some technical issues, but we are hopefully
Yeah, we're gonna start.
soon it gonna
Yeah.
starts.
So actually, hindi pa tayo tapos sa patch roundup natin for patch 5.18. So I don't think anyone's gonna be banned in this game. No one's auto-banned. Everybody is free to be played unless they are disabled. Kasi recently, no, disabled sila Riven and the next Corky. Pero
Yes.
mukhang ayos naman sila, no?
Yes, nice na sila. Not sure if you're gonna see the Riven right now, but it's a possibility. Like
It's a possibility. A
like-
lot of them are Riven players.
Yeah, and if you actually watch, I think that was a game before, was with KT Rosas and SKT1. The Faker sidestep with
On
the
the-
Riven.
yeah, and
on
the Cassiopeia.
ult. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Very, very fluid yun. It's like God tier impulse. Impulse, was it right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Reaction time, not impulse. Reaction time, God tier reaction time. I wish I had that.
Don't we all?
Don't we all? Yeah. Oo nga naman.
Yeah. All right. So just other changes in the 5.18 patch I forgot to talk to you about. Devourer was nerfed. So from magic damage per stack, before it was one stack would be equal to one magic damage. Now it is one stack equals to 0.67. Also, we have the stated Devourer damage on hit. Before it was 60 from 50. Alright, so gonna just try to get into the room right there.
Yeah, and also following for the items, there's also the Zeke's Harbinger adjustments. That is yung armor na reduce ng 5. Well, konti lang yun, but I guess it's a big deal. And then the charge up duration is 5 seconds, pero retained pa rin yung what do you call
Yung
this?
duration ng crit and AD bonus.
Yes, that's still 8. Pero
Yes.
yung charging or stacks ba yun is 5.
Yeah, 5 seconds na lang.
Yeah,
And the armor, 7 na ba yun? From 35 to 30.
yeah, 5 nabawasan. Pero that's okay. Actually, there was a bug before. I think it's 2 patches ago. Na Zeke's Harbinger was giving HP and extra 10% CDR.
Oh yeah, yes,
That-
I heard that.
Yeah, because it combined with the old Zeke's Herald item. So parang may mga clutter codes pang natira, but that is fixed now. So that I'm like, oh, we must take advantage of the hidden bonuses of this item back when it was first released, like around 3 patches ago, and it was pretty fun to use. So, Azrai, we'd like to remind all the viewers out there that
Awesome.
you guys will be witnessing the match between Celestial versus Diamond.
Yes, and guys, if you didn't know, Diamond V2 was one of the top, or rather the top challenger team right now as of the Philippine scene. As for Celestial, just a little bit of a background. Top lane, Lolex Gluttony is actually former Imperium Pro Team Blue top laner IPT Teru.
Uh-huh.
That's just his I think main account.
Yep.
Also their jungler, that hindi mo ba alam?
Hindi mo ba alam? Oh, hindi ko alam. Sabihin mo sa akin.
Yeah, that jungler is also named Hex. And others call him Hex kasi medyo medyo nakakalito.
Oo
Kasi
nga,
baka
no.
hindi mo ba alam?
Hindi mo ba alam mo na killing spree? Ayan, so go ahead.
Hex is the top 7 right now in terms of the Philippine rankings, as well as one of the best junglers in our community. Also, his top jungler is a Nocturne, so we might see a Nocturne band there you see
Yeah,
coming
there
in
it
from Diamond V2. But he has picked up Tom Catch as of late. As for their mid laner, not so much to work with there. For the bottom lane, yes, Marky is the former Manila Aguilas ADC.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, and because here is the former support of Zenith Friends, or currently he is the Azure Eagles Kaiden.
Ah,
So he's
yeah.
the support for in the LCL.
Okay, there, yeah.
Yes, he is also a main of Soraka, Janna, and Rom.
Yep.
So there's the immediate Rom pick coming in from Celestial. Alright, so for Diamond V2, we do have returning players right here. We do have Ethan, Meme, also Shura. All these players have stepped up their game quite a bit, though Ethan having a comfort pick of the guard might have some difficulty shifting into the meta right now because guard is not
wonder kung sino magpipick up nito. It's either Ethan or Eren. Kasi both these players both play Lulu in the mid
Yes.
and top.
Yes. Alright, so let's just go into the bans first coming in from Celestial. So the Trundle is mostly onto Meme because his playstyle or champion pool was, or rather most champion played rather, is the Trundle and the Skarner. So I guess they're okay with the Skarner because of that nerf to him.
Uh-huh.
As for the Olaf, still I think he's a strong flex pick for the jungle side. Sandra, I think this just is a target ban on Square. And also,
Yeah.
Sandra did get changed at her ultimate when self-casting does give her
Heal.
and of course, that ultimate still gives you that pick-off potential, but we'll see what happens there. So as for the bans for Diamond V2, we have Evelyn, of course, always a strong counter jungler. Never want to see that assassin, the assassin in your own jungler just waiting for you to get low HP and just strike out of nowhere like a cobra in the bushes. We also have LeBlanc here, most probably against Zedblanc because, come on, his name...
Yeah, his
already
name is
said-
Zedlar. It gives it away.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what Celestial is doing right now kasi they're building around this Yasuo composition, obviously. You know, with
Yes.
the knock-up from the Malphite, also from the Braum. So I kind of wonder kung ano pa yung ipipick nila dito for the jungler. Hindi mo ba alam, or Hex, yung top 3 champion siya is Nocturne, Rek'Sai, and Eve. But as you've mentioned earlier, Tahm Kench din yung pinapractice or ginagamit sa ranked
Yes.
games. Itong si Hex, si hindi mo ba alam. So, ADC and what do you call this, and jungler is still open for them. Meanwhile, Diamond version 2, they do have the Gragas. Still don't know where. Okay, now we know mid lane itong Lulu natin.
Yes.
Cause yeah, they have the Rumble top, which is also one of the best picks din ni Ethan. Yung best picks meaning that yeah, we stalked their profile and saw that top 3 champion mastery levels. Yung mga
Yes,
ganon,
yes,
tipong
yes.
ganon.
Just looking into the composition of Diamond V2, they have a lot of kiting potential with the slows from the Glitter Lance, from the Barrel Roll, and the Electric Harpoon in a sense. Also the Equalizer when it is able to use... Okay, there you go. I was looking at the Udyr. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they locked it in, the Skarner pick. And right now, Lucian actually, one of Celestial Marquis' best picks. He has been using it in his solo queue ranks. He seems very, very comfortable with it. So, I'm not very surprised na yun ang pinili niya.
Yes.
Maganda yung win rates niya on this
Yes.
Lucian.
Alright, so first, of course, let's finish off the... Yeah, tama dito ka. Sa composition ng Diamond V2 because I already started it. They have a lot of slows with, of course, the Lulu, the Gragas, the Rumble here. Also, the Disengage with the Gragas ultimate as well as the Janus. So they have a lot of safety and repositioning. But the problem is they don't have a lot of pick-off potential. Honestly, that Gragas ultimate is the best possible way that they can even couple with the Body Slam. But as for a certain, ultimate like the Skarner with the Impale has, not too much. But their composition does allow them to, let's say, for Celestial, when they try to go in with Teru in the top lane, or Lolex's Gluttony here, in a top lane with the Malphite, and then Yasuo ultis in, the Gragas ultimate, as well as the Equalizer, might be able to split them up, do the Moses thing, and then it's just Malphite and Yasuo in a 2v5, while the other 3 members of Celestial are trying to go around all of this AoE potential that Diamond V2 has, but that's just for a matter of seconds. If Diamond V2 are not able to do this, maybe Celestial can get back. I'm just talking in terms of the compositions.
Yeah.
Also, for the bottom lane, very safe Vayne Janna. Janna, whoever she's coupled with is, well, always safe because of the Eye of the Storm, because of the Howling Gale Disengage. And when you're level 6, the Monsoon just allows you to push away everyone that you don't like.
Yeah, they could probably opt for a lane swap here, don't you think? Because it's gonna be pretty dangerous. Ang ganda actually ng comp ng
Lucian,
the
Braum.
Lucian and the Braum in the
Yeah.
bottom lane.
Just
The
because.
procs with the stuns would be easier because of Lucian's passive.
And in a way, Lucian kinda outranges Vayne
Yeah,
with in terms of the skills,
in
the
terms of
Ardent Blaze
skills.
and the Piercing. Like even when you get level 6, that culling, if the Vayne is shown for even a few seconds, um, knowing that Marky is a very comfortable Lucian player,
Yes, that's
he's
true.
gonna be able to hit that 90% of the duration of culling, even more if possible.
Yeah, meanwhile though, um, Diamond version two's composition is a mono threat. A mono threat composition where they revolve around the Vayne for damage. Of
That's
course,
true.
there's a Rumble for the additional damage, but the one who's gonna carry is Aldab.
Yes. You really had to say it.
I had to say it. I cannot not say it. So yeah, it's Aldab
Yeah.
is gonna be carrying on to the late game. So they better keep them safe because this is gonna be like sort of juggernaut. They have a lot of people that could peel for Vayne, but the zoning na provide ni Ethan and Meme is not, and Jana is not gonna help if makombo sila nitong Malphite or si
Yes.
Hex with the Skarner, and then alongside with them is the Yasuo. And once they kill Vayne, it's gonna be really, really hard for Diamond to get back into
Yes.
the fight.
You also have to put into the fact that Rumble was nerfed in, I believe, 5.17 or 5.16, that his ultimate's cooldown was increased even more, meaning that if they try to make plays in around 30 seconds, like they die and then after 30 seconds they need to make a play, Rumble's ultimate is not available for use, meaning that their disengage or AoE ultimates are lowered by 1.
Yeah.
So there's little options for Diamond V2 to work around, but we'll see what happens.
Yes, it's all a matter of execution.
Yeah, because well,
There-
Lucian against the Vayne, Vayne
Uh-huh.
scales better into the late game,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Celestial does have that Yasuo that can split push as well as be that late game threat for Celestial. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens right now. Yes, we have a Project Lucian for Celestial's side. I like that.
Yeah, me too. I actually don't have a project skin yet.
Ah, I feel you. This is
You
too-
don't have a project skin too?
Yeah.
But at least you have a project ward. At least that's a project.
Yeah.
You have a
but-
project. Pala.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. I have a project in school.
Okay, us, right? So anyway,
Wow.
I'd like to point out din dito na they have to be careful around level 6 because of the Skarner. But they do have great disengage pala with the Janna and the Gragas. The ultimate disengage just for the hyper carry Vayne. Pero it's all about kung sino mauuna dito because you cannot monsoon a Malphite unstoppable force.
Huh.
You can push away the Skarner before they go
Wait.
go in.
I'm not sure, like, if this interaction is possible, or I haven't seen it before because I haven't seen a Skarner against a Janna. If the Skarner uses Impale and the Janna mistimes the Monsoon, does the target of Skarner get dragged along with the Monsoon? I believe yes.
Huh. That's
Right?
interesting.
Right? So we'll see if that happens. If that actually happens, that will be a very detrimental thing. Like, you need to make a perfect Monsoon. You have to do it before Skarner goes in or after Skarner's ultimate comes off, like, I think after 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
still, that's something to note about. But we'll see what happens. Again, Diamond V2 is a very strong challenger team. They are top 1 in the Philippine scene right now. Of course, Celestial not far behind, very strong in terms of their mid laner. That Zed Blanc.
They're actually top 1 in Challenger Circuit. So, sila yung number 1 sa on-site tournaments, kumbaga. And then, sa Challenger Circuits in terms of points. And then, Diamond is in the ranked team. That's why they got here into this tournament.
Yes, we also have, of course, the former ADC of Manila Eagles here, which is Celestial Marquee. So we'll see what happens. Again, guys, we'd like to remind you the giveaway for for tonight, the Blood Moon skins. That's 5 skins. The Shen, the Akali, the Kalista,
Kalista,
the
Thresh,
and the Elise.
Elise. Don't forget, guys, that giveaway is gonna be in Sa game 2!
Sa game 2?
So you guys who watch the LCL will get that joke.
Yeah.
Ayan, so we are actually loaded onto the Rift. So guys, you're watching the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split Promotionals. So we'll do the roundup. Azrai, will you start?
All right, of course, in the blue team, we have Team Celestial. In the top lane, it's going to be Lolix Gluttony, a.k.a. Teru, with that Malphite. In the jungle, it's going to be, I'm going to call him Hex, guys, because his name is also known as Hex. In the Skarner for the jungle, in the mid lane, it's going to be Zed Blanc with the Yasuo. In the bottom lane duo, we have Celestial Marky for the Lucian, and his support will be Celestial Mikos for the Braum.
Ayan, and on the red side, we have Diamond. On the top lane, we have Ethan in the Rumble top. At the jungle, we have Gragas, Meme. Why parang repetitive in the jungle? And then in the mid lane, we have Aaron with the Lulu. And for the bottom lane duo, we have Aldub as the Vayne ADC and Shura with the Janna support.
Huh, that's okay si Yaya Dub.
Yaya Dub. Meron ba ngayon na Aldub? I'm actually not aware of the schedule, pero nakikita ko sa Facebook feed ko.
Nakikita ko lang din sa Facebook feed ko, and like malapit na daw yung kanilang meet-up talaga. Is that correct? Or
Meet
parang
up?
or nag-meet na sila
Eyeball? Ano yan?
I don't know. I don't really follow it. I'm not a
I
fan.
don't know either, man.
Yeah. Looking into it, I just forgot. Like there is twice the global pressure coming in from Diamond
Yeah.
compared to Celestial, because Eren did go in for the TP Flash Lulu. So it does mean that he's not looking to dominate the mid lane.
Yes.
He's just looking to get that bottom Aldub, or rather bottom Vayne. Oh, this is gonna be
Oh
dangerous for
no!
Aldub.
Here comes the stun, and their concussive loads. Flash lang si Alda,
Oh, no!
makes it trouble the stun. Proc, and that'll be first blood going to the Yasuo. Celestial getting it.
Yes. All right. So that's gonna be quite a bit of disadvantage for the mid lane, as well. Era did have the range advantage and the glitter lance to at least harass him from from afar, but with the slight XP advantage as well as that gold, giving him the crit gloves. Wow, that's
The
gonna
crit
be.
gloves.
That's going to be pretty detrimental, because you're going to get the Avarice quite faster, as well as, well, when you get Avarice, more gold income
Yeah.
when you get into the mid game.
Yep.
All right, so flashes, 3 flashes were burned for Celestial's side. This can prove to be an opportunity for Meme to try to get the Gags, because, well, the Flash Gragas body slam is still possible, and it becomes even more lethal because the jungler doesn't have flash and the bottom lane duo doesn't have flash as well.
Yeah, and compared to Gragas, mas aggressive talaga mag-gank ng lane si Meme for sure. And then, but considering the fact dito na hindi mag-aim ng kill lane itong si Eren dito, and it's gonna be pretty hard to eliminate the Yasuo. Medyo slippery as long as meron mga... What's up, man?
Yeah, we don't have sounds. I can't hear anything.
Okay.
I'm just checking. Maybe
Idadub na lang natin. Joke
Yeah.
lang. Dub?
Oh,
With
sorry.
music?
Dubstep, I don't know.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
We're on the same page there. Anyway, look at that. Aldub.
Getting 2 hurt there in the bottom lane just from the piercing light of the Lucian. Even with the support from that Janna, what can you do as the light is faster than...
Sound?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know where you're going, but that's what I guessed.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, sound, because like wind, whoosh, diba?
Oh, snap!
Yeah.
Very witty, Astra. I
That
give
is-
that an A+.
Thank you, thank you. Alright, you see here in the top lane, Lolix Gluttony as well as Ethan, just having a CS disadvantage, though, with the passive of the Malphite, just gonna allow him to tank a few hits of that Flame Spitter, can allow him to stay in the lane quite a bit. Also, Celestial's main form of aggression would probably be their jungler, Hexier. He is the main source of, like, again, aggression, he's gonna have to do the aggressive stance in the mid lane, just get that Lulu very underfed, and then of course when the Yasuo gets fed, he becomes a split push monster, as well as the engage is just there because of the Malphite ultimate, as well as the Braum. When the Glacial Fissure does knock people up, that 5-man last breath is very, very possible.
Yeah, kaya nga, I'm really excited when everybody reaches level 6 with all their important ultimates. Kasi parang the TP plays are gonna be here. Pero just as you said, mas matindi yung global pressure ng Diamond compared to Celestial, because when everybody reaches level 6, I think ma-outnumbered yung Celestial at some point.
Yes. As well as, look at this. Gragas is, I think, the only jungler who can pick off someone in the bottom lane when Unbreakable is up. Oh no, wait. I think Unbreakable does stop the explosive cast, does it? I can't remember.
Unbreakable.
Yeah, does it stop the explosive cast? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, guys. I have not seen that.
Projectiles.
Yeah, I guess so. It can.
Yeah.
But in terms of like being from, just out of nowhere, can be possible. Because if Eren goes into the bottom lane with the TP plays, Braum is able to just stop the aggression, because all of them will be using projectiles, and then that can actually open up the mid lane for Zed Blanc to push it in. And I think even though Diamond has the twice the global pressure with the double TPs, they have to smartly TP that, because if that doesn't result in a kill in the bottom lane, they're just lowering the advantage, or rather the advantage that they could have had if they do stay in the mid lane, and then possibly again the split push potential if the Yasuo is very, very possible. And now in the Dragon side, we do see the Scorpion going against the Fat Man.
That's not a sentence I thought you'd say.
Oh, why?
So yeah, anyway, ayun. They're just controlling, they're just having a battle for Taunty control. I mean, Scuttle control, which is very, very important.
We don't call him Taunty anymore.
Yeah, should we still call him Taunty?
I think Scuttler seems more professional.
But I know you want to call him Taunty, man. I can feel it.
I actually forgot, like, whenever we play a game, it says, take the Scuttler. Oh man, I forgot it was called Taunty.
Taunty. So yeah, here comes the stun. Walang follow-up there. It's just too dangerous to do anything kasi steady lang sila dun sa bot lane. They decide to stick to farming and probably just wait for a gank kasi as you can see there though, mas maganda yung protective yung wards dito ng both teams.
Yes, and actually pre-level 6, comparing it to the lanes, Hex here will have a pretty hard time going into the bottom lane because of the Howling Gale still present from Shura.
Yeah.
And mid lane, Lulu with the Polymorph can mitigate a lot of damage and then just flash away, even with the Glitter Lance, again, giving slows. Most probably his best bet will be the top lane because the Rumble is the most immobile champion for the lineup, even though he does have the Scrap Shield. Still pretty devastating right there. Let's see here, Hex going in onto Meme.
Wow, look at that. Smite actually being dropped na proccing stun. Mukhang wag na lang. Nandun yung Cask of Slow. Cask of Slow. Yeah,
Cask
I'm
of
naming it
Slow.
right now. Masastun kaya si Janna. Isang hit na lang, yes, but no follow-up there. They're just exchanging some damage and trades.
Wow.
Condemn will
Proc
give
the
up some
Silverbolts.
damage, yeah.
So nicely done there by Aldub, showing how powerful his Vayne can be. Alright, so looking into it, level 7 already versus Zed Block.
Ouch.
Zed Block that. First Blood did
What?
give him quite a bit, so protective
Exhaust
there.
there.
Didn't, wasn't sure of the damage output that Eren can actually do with the Forbidden Idol and the Phoenix Codex.
It would have been really crucial if Gragas Meme was in the area, no?
Yes. Though it does see, this is actually just pretty passive right now. Like around
Yeah.
this time, we would have seen,
A gank from Gragas by now.
yeah, or
no?
even the Skarner. But looks like, just looking into it, Skarner almost to level 6. So pretty soon, right around the 9-minute mark, 10-minute mark, we're gonna see some blood flowing. We do have the blood Moonskin, so it's pretty possible. You know, the synergy of the bloodshed and the blood moons.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Ayun nga. So we're gonna have to wait for level 6. Pero as I've said earlier, in terms of, TP plays, baka ma-outnumbered if ever man itong Celestial versus Diamond when they reach level 6. Kasi nga, Yasuo doesn't have teleport. They could be forced into a 4v5. I'm guessing they want more kills in the bottom lane for the Vayne to get fed early and then lead that to a very good mid game for this Vayne, just so that they can battle for objectives. Here comes Vayne for the gang that we're looking for, Gragas, but Zedblanc still has a flash. Look at that. All 3 members of Diamond right there in the mid lane. It's a party.
Actually 4 with Ethan
Oh,
at the
4.
sideline. Looks like if there was enough damage, he would have dropped down his equalizer there just to get the kill. Now it looks like Aldab taking quite a bit of damage from that culling. There's the ultimate coming out of him,
Look
and
at
they
that.
try to re-engage.
Final hour defensively. Akala ko papasok na talaga siya for the re-engage, but then again, never mind. Ang ganda, a very quick decision making skills. Nakita nila sa mid lane itong Shura. And right now, meron stun si Shura. Will he be able to proc it? Guess not. Wag na lang pala.
Yeah, I think that's like the hindrance of this combo. Like if the Winter's Bite connects and then you do hit the passive of the Lucian, you only get the 3 stacks. You still need that 1 hit, and if you're out of range, you're just gonna feel quite sad.
Yeah, I feel your sadness.
Yeah, looks like they want to go in onto Ethan right now. I was saying that he is the most immobile champion. I'm gonna go in right now onto him.
Look at that, Unstoppable Force, Impale, Teleport will come from the Lulu just to save. Is the Wild Growth gonna be enough? Here comes a re-engage from Diamond. Hindi mo ba alam, Hex? Actually in trouble, he just wants to go, but they want to eliminate the Rumble before everything else. Aaron uses the flash, Glitter lands, that'll be an elimination from the Lulu. Aaron though still has the blue buff, still has everything. Meanwhile, Gluttony, walang mana, but that's Zedblanc right there trying to chase them down. Mukhang walang mangyayari doon. That is a kill for Diamond. Great TP play there.
Yeah, I think that was just because of the lack of damage that Hex had, as well as Gluttony in the top lane. I believe, yeah, the Scorner actually went for a Cinderhawk. And yeah, Cinderhawk is still a good item to go. They're gonna go in onto that Braum. Nice flash there.
Wow, yeah, that's right. Nice flash. Muntik na sana yung Braum dun eh.
Yeah. Again, just the lack of damage. I think if they had the Warriors Enchantment, granted the Warriors Enchantment did get a slight buff in the 5.18 patch, could have done it, but looking into it, I think they just want more frontline people for Celestial 3 to be exact, with the Braum, with the Malphite, and that Skarner. But then, again, just lack of damage was not able to kill Ethan. That Haunting Guys was enough. The HP was enough for him to survive the damage output.
Pero no, mas lamang sa vision itong Celestial early on to this game because they do have double sight stone, guys. Double sight stone for them. Meanwhile, isa pa lang yung sight stone ng Diamond, but I am guessing kakalabanin ng Vision Wars itong Gragas because I see a Ruby Crystal in the pocket of Meme.
Yes, that will pretty much allow him to just ward aggressively for his team. Looking into it, they cannot allow the Vayne to get fed, so they should pressure other lanes and then possibly the bottom lane. We'll see what happens. Looks like Diamond here are going in for the Dragon.
Wow, there's no vision there despite, there is. They know that, but they don't have the ability to contest that one.
To commit to it.
Yeah, Skarner is right there in the river, top riverside. So nothing exchanged there actually for Celestial. Great decision from Diamond.
Yes, they just noticed that Celestial here were already back now, trying to get their items, and again, nice done play by them. They were able to just barely get that dragon, and also I think they weren't comfortable with Teru teleporting in and didn't having any flash. That does hinder the combo there a little bit because the flash does give you some extra range to get in with that unstoppable force, because probably or maybe the range from that unstoppable force is not enough.
Yeah, and you can't escape either. It's all in for the Malphite without the flash.
Yes, that is true.
Get out of the fight. Also, would like to tell you a little trivia. I know
Ooh,
match
trivia.
history isn't reliable that much, pero I saw Celestial Marquis.
It's the same thing.
I saw seeing and stalking is completely different things. Pero studied, researched. Okay, research is the right term.
Sure you did.
That come on, that's her job. So
Yeah, yeah,
Celestial
I know.
Marquis,
Go,
I've
go.
seen his ranked solo queue equipment on the Lucian. I've never seen a Phantom Dancer recently on his match history. It was all
Oh.
static shiv all the way.
So you're happy.
Look at this smile, man. Look at this smile.
You can't see it, but Riku's smile is reaching the heavens right now, people.
Pero wala lang, I'm amused kasi parang,
Yeah.
yeah, you know the reason. So,
Of course.
just a little trivia there. So
Also another trivia. Riku is a really big fan of static.
everybody knows that.
Hey,
Everybody knows
we
that.
may have new viewers. We may have new viewers.
Right. Hello, new viewers. I am a Static Shift fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not important. But meanwhile, though, wala pa tayo nakikitang successful gank from both junglers, from Celestial and Diamond. It's somewhat of a passive lane between these two, but it's only because Celestial and Diamond are playing somewhat defensively. Ang nakita lang natin na laban talaga was that little skirmish at the top lane where na-counter-engage sila ng teleport Lulu, which is a really great call from Diamond.
Yes. And right now, Hex not feeling comfortable to make plays for his team. I think it's because of the good vision coming in from Diamond. Like, if they again go into the top lane, they won't have enough damage to go with it. Terra though has the Abyssal Scepter, has some form of damage output, but still, I don't think that's enough to get the kill onto Ethan. As for the mid lane, Aaron is pretty safe with the wardings right now, and when he sees that Skarner going in, Glitterlance Polymorph stops the Impale immediately.
Yeah, that's true, man. And actually, kung titingnan natin yung prioritization nila for ganking, I think they wanted the strategy to be able to give like 1 or 2 kills muna sa Malphite, so that once he completes his item, that painful item, right now he has an Abyssal Scepter.
Yes.
So they do want to burst down the Vayne right away. As in, no time. Okay, hold that thought. Here comes a gang. That's a great cast. Equalizer being dropped. Unstoppable force. Flash just to escape from everything, from all the damage from Diamond.
Wow.
And that'll be a actually successful gang kasi nagamit yung flash, nagamit yung unstoppable force. So any threat of a TP play down bot or in mid will be safe muna for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, and he is also forced to recall. You saw there that his unstoppable force actually put him in the AoE of the equalizer. And even when he flashed, he was still in the AoE, meaning that he took a lot of damage, almost 100% of the duration of that equalizer, which means that he has to recall and give a whole lot more CS to Ethan, an XP advantage as well.
Yeah.
So Ethan right now in the top lane is quite ahead of Gluttony as of now. There's the calling coming out of Marky here, so I think they want to back off. Does he have enough money to buy the Infinity Edge? I think he does. Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah, so right now, mukhang nahihirapan yung Celestial trying to find the setup that they want for their comp. Kasi they're putting their putting their eggs, not all of their eggs on...
They're putting their baskets in the eggs.
don't... You could have just, passed by that mistake. Not...
I'm sorry.
Rub it on the audience's ears or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do have the Lucian and the
Yes.
Yasuo, but with their comp, they're banking onto this Yasuo for that combo to burst the mono threat comp ng Diamond, which is the Vayne dito.
Oh, wow.
Wow, look at that. Very nice condemn onto the turret.
Very powerful damage output from the Vayne, as per the usual, especially having that Blade of the Wing King and the Silver Bolt's proc. Having the Celestial does have 3 very high HP champions. She's gonna be able to wreck people up.
Yeah, that's true. Right now, though, 5 seconds onto the Dragon. What is Celestial gonna do? There's teleport onto the Malphite. He doesn't have flash.
He does
Are they
have-
gonna risk it? Where is Skarner? Skarner knows he's there behind the dragon pit.
He's teleporting in.
He's teleporting in. Here comes Rumble though and Malphite. Where is they? They're trying to disengage itong Diamond. What is their positioning here? Right now, Diamond is finishing up the dragon. Where is Celestial's reaction here? No, they will not be able to do anything. The hesitation on Celestial is very visible here.
Yes, I think they want to just trade that bottom tier 1 for the mid tier 1.
That is a loss for Celestial because 2 dragons, I mean, that's the second dragon for them. Mid lane turret is
Possibly
there.
the mid tier 2 as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this rotation, what they're trying to pull off here. But
Wow.
this is a terrible, terrible loss for Celestial.
You have to put into your mind as well that when you trade the bot tier 1 to the mid tier 2, the mid tier 1 rather, mid tier 2 and bot tier 2 are very different things.
Yeah.
The range from the first tower to that second tower is shorter in the mid lane compared to the bottom lane, compared to the top lane. So that's why Diamond was able to push in and Celestial were hesitating to push or go back because other, I think 2 or 3 members were already there, recalling while the other members were trying to clean up. So Diamond got a lot out of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a dragon, 2 towers, and probably even vision control on towards the jungle of Celestial. That's a lot of area coverage na magkakaroon yung Diamond at this point of the game. And that is very crucial. Kasi ang aga-aga pa, medyo naputol na yung laning phase. And the strength of Diamond here is where they can, you know, group up with the Lulu and the Vayne. But then, paunahan lang talaga dito sa Celestial eh. If they manage to burst down the Vayne, that's okay. That's what their strategy revolves in talaga with the Yasuo.
Yes, also, you do have to look like the lane gold amount. Wait, there's gonna be a gap onto Ethan here. Will it
Oh.
be done? Oh, he knows that. Oh yeah, there was an earlier ward there. Okay.
Yeah, there was an earlier war though.
Oh, 2v1 bullying. Wow. Pushing away the Malphite and the Braum there. Again, back to what I was talking about. The lane gold summary here. For Diamond. Oh wait, before that, there's gonna be a clash in the top lane.
Oh, here comes the combo! Aldab actually dies instantly from the combo of the Yasuo and Unstoppable for Shura. In trouble, this is Celestial's fight right now. Zedblanc actually behind them. Mikos will be able to get the kill. 3 members down for Diamond and 2 na lang natitira just to defend this turret. Wala pang namamatay sa Celestial. Here comes the tower dive. They will go in. Stun. Wala pang stun dito. Meme though trying his best to disengage. Walang cast. Nagamit na siguro kanina. They're still on the chase. And here comes the Howling, not the Howling Gale. And that is a Wild Growth just for the disengage. Not Howling Gale. What's the wind? Hasagi.
Steel Tempest.
Steel Tempest. Thank you, Asarai.
Thank
So,
you.
this is the fight that they've been looking for.
Alright, they didn't know that the Yasuo was there. Nice ultimate coming in from Gluttony there. And even though the Monsoon was used, it was a little bit too late. That explosive cast only pushed away, I believe, the Skarner and the Yasuo. But the Yasuo did what he needed to do. The last breath was there. All of their members were just slicing and dicing the opponents, even without the help of the Lucian, I believe. But still, the combo was sufficient enough.
Yes, and I would like to point out, Asarai, that is a Triforce Yasuo.
Whoa! Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. I think he just likes the chase potential that the Phage has, as well as, I guess, the boost from the Sheen Proc after you use the Steel Tempest.
Yeah, for the Q. Oh, here comes another pick on Meme. Wala siyang mana. Everything is there. The cast will be used to disengage. Gluttony in trouble. Here comes Braum for the save with the unbreakable wall. Well, it's not a wall. It is a shield. Mikas know they just want to disengage. The culling being activated. They disengage Gluttony. Here comes Yasuo once again. Zedblanc on a killing spree. Ethan will also die from that. Gragas as well. Alda will get the concussive blows. Ang sakit-sakit ni Zedblanc. Ganyan pala yung Triforce Yasuo. Matry nga yan mamaya. But that is a triple kill for the mid laner of Celestial. And then a tower for them.
Possibly with the mid tier 3 here, can they push through? It's only the Janna defending. I think they want to. 10-15 seconds onto the cooldown of, or the respawn timers of Diamond there. Honestly, it's just the synergy of the composition for Celestial. There's so much combos that they can use. Like, even if Lolix Gluttony is in range of dying,
Yeah.
they have the Braum Unbreakable to stop a lot of damage from Diamond because of how Diamond's damage output is, and because it is all projectiles, that Unbreakable is truly unbreakable.
Yeah. And then the thing is, ito na nga yung sinasabi natin, no matter how much disengage you have with the, no matter how much zoning you have with the
Oh, wait.
equalizer, are you going for Baron? Oh, they know this. They have vision. They are aware. Here comes Gluttony though, trying to disrupt them all. Zed Blanc still zoning them out. Meme, actually that's a great wind wall. Na-block ba? Ito na yung tanong mo kanina eh, kung mabablock ng cast. But hold that thought, masastun si Meme with the concussive blows ni Mikos. Hasagi na naman, that's a knock-up for them. And that is a wild growth also onto Meme, just for the disengage. They're still chasing Diamond out. Let go daw, sabi ng Celestial. Ito na naman yung mga stuns. Hindi aabot, Mikos in trouble right there. And that is everybody in the mid lane. Ang tagal-tagal ng chase. Wala pang mamamatay doon. But obviously, Celestial wins that one since Diamond is out in their base right now. In their base, rather.
Yes, I think it was just too much optimism from Diamond that Celestial wouldn't notice or wouldn't have enough time to, how you say this, react to that Baron. But then Lolix Gluttony using that teleport, he knew he was a little bit in danger of dying, but he was okay with that. I think Celestial as well, when they tried to re-engage, the ultimate from Zed Blanc was questionable. He only hit Meme there. Granted, they just wanted to get the pick, but that was kind of dangerous. Like, they were in kiting range of Diamond.
Yeah, and the Braum procs are very, very scary. Yung stun procs.
Yeah, pero hindi naman
Hindi nagamit, pero ang
sobrang,
tanky.
sobrang layo ng targets nung concussive blow si Braum, hindi sila sa stun.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of want to finish my statement earlier about
Yes,
how many zones you can do with the equalizer, or try to peel out, or the monsoon with the disengage and the cast, explosive cast ni Gragas. You cannot stop an unstoppable force with the Yasuo combo. That will not help you at all. And if your carry dies, since Diamond is a mono threat kind of comp, where they're only banking all the damage onto the Vayne and then support damage na lang ang gagawin ni Rumble.
Yes.
That is what Celestial wants right now. And they're working their comp pretty well. It all started at the top lane. They predicted that the rotations are going to be up top. Andito na si Aldab daw sa top kasi ipupush na lang yung turret sa top lane. Because I think they probably studied, or, you know, it's basic stuff, no? After the bottom lane, dito naman tayo sa top.
Yes. Also, this is, I think, one of the few games that we see a Vayne not split pushing a lane.
Yeah, no. Do you miss Hate or something?
No, I'm just saying, like, he is, I don't know, whenever I hear Vayne, I remember Hate.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Hate! Hate.
I got used to it too much, right? I'm so sorry. Like, his spelling before was Hate, and people just like pronouncing Hate. So, tomato, please.
Okay. Potato. Go. So right now they're in the mid lane. They're sieging down this mid lane. I'm not sure how they can do this. They don't want a tower dive
They
here.
don't have the best sieging potential.
Mm-hmm.
Only the Lucian ultimate and the piercing light is kind of good in clearing out the waves quickly. Yasuo, you don't want him to clear the waves inside the turret range because he might get picked off pretty quickly. And Diamond has a good amount of playthrough with the Glitter Lance, so we might see a very slow push here. I think they should just take the tier 2s because it's pretty open, and actually pretty huge waves on both sides for Diamond, and that's pretty ripe for the taking for Celestial.
Yeah, that's true. Although though they should advance their wards now, since they have a pretty big territory than Celestial compared to Diamond.
Yes, that is true. Looks like Celestial have creeped up their wards, which is pretty good for them. They do have the 7,000 goal lead
Woo!
in terms, or against Diamond rather, and whoa.
I didn't know the animation was like that.
Yeah, I know. It was like, stop.
Give me the power. Or yeah, I think stop is better than the give me the power kind of thing.
I think it's like give me the power, his palms rather.
Give me Anyway, ayun. So Baron is the next juicy target for both of these teams. Although halata naman na Diamond is very careful into engaging these 5v5 kasi obviously they have seen what Celestial can do with their combo. Ang titirahan lang ng Skarner is the Vayne. And look at Vayne. She doesn't have any protective what do you call this, items in her inventory. There's no QSS. There is no Crucible for the Janna. Obviously, he's going to opt for the Zeke's Harbinger here with a Glacial Shroud in the Monsoon. Yung Monsoon.
Yeah. Alright, so just looking into it, there is no split push potential from Diamond here because if you look at it, Rumble is not the best in wave clearing, especially with the Flame Spitter.
Yeah.
But I think they won't try to go for Aaron. Aaron is a better split pusher in terms of the champion. But the problem with that is, Diamond, if they do something like that and use the Lulu, they are lowering the amount of disengage that they have with the Glitter Lance and the Wild Growth. If they try for it, and then Lulu is not the best duelist. When they try to put in the Yasuo against that, Lulu will just go down very fast, and then in a 4v4 situation, Celestial still has the power because of the because of the Malphite ultimate and the Braum ultimate, and then the Lucian comfortably just lasering from the backline, doing what he does best. And if the Vayne shows himself, if the Vayne goes in, you still have the Impale from the Skarner to stop him or stop her in her tracks.
Exactly.
And then there's no way for Diamond to work, and there's the Glacial Fissure.
Oh, look at the tower dive. The Zog actually going to the backline. He gets exhausted. Equalizer being dropped defensively, but that is a Rumble. That's a dead Rumble right there. And dominating na po ang Yasuo natin, but he will die right now. At si Hex impales the Lulu. That'll be a double kill for the Lucian. Medyo kalat yung fight natin. It's all in different places, but obviously though, Celestial comes up on top with that, but that is a 2-for-3 exchange in favor of Celestial. No towers will be taken, but they will back off just to be safe. Oh wait, they're still sieging this mid lane inhibitor turret.
Yes. And it's only the Gragas as well as the Janna, so there's not much of wave clear that they can do. There's no ultimate from the Gragas as well to push those annoying Celestial members away from their base. They cannot protect their HQ. It will be opened up for Celestial right now. There is the Dragon live. I don't think Celestial would want to get this, because if they do, all the members of Diamond are up right now, and they don't have the numbers advantage against Diamond as of now because they're positioning Zedblanc to get the bottom lane minions. And I think they're just going to give this away for free. It's actually alright, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Though you are giving up the third Dragon Punch, which can help trying to soften or a soft counter to the engage of Celestial. But still, Celestial is, or rather their pick-off potential is just so high, and those flash in Glacial Fissure or flash in Unstoppable Force is just unpredictable. And then you saw there that Diamond wasn't able to position themselves correctly, and even though
they were under the turret.
Yeah, even though they were under turret, also almost Aldo was able to kill Zedblanc there. He was not able to kite effectively, that his HP was not high, and nung nag-seismic shard na lang ata dun si
Gluttony.
Si Gluttony namatay na lang bigla si Aldo. So
grabe.
Yeah.
Okay na sana no, they perfect exhaust from Diamond for the Yasuo. But then they lack the damage to even try to burst down the Yasuo right away, the very scary threat. And then right now medyo fed na rin tong Gluttony. Look at that.
Yeah, as well.
No deaths. Actually, only 3 deaths for Celestial at the moment. So medyo hirap na hirap yung Diamond right now. And maganda yung ginagawa ng Celestial. They keep pushing them back. They know their priority. Look at
Oh!
Zed man voting everybody. That's the Monsoon that we're looking for. Zed though wants to disengage. Solari being activated for Team Celestial, and that is just them pushing down everybody from Diamond just to get this inhibitor turret. Look at Gragas. He gets impaled. He gets bursted down, and then he dies. That's a 4v5 right off the bat at the moment. Agad. Ethan uses the Sonias. I'm goldenly dead. Equalizer being dropped. Walang magagawa yan. And right now, Celestial storming into the base of Diamond.
I told you, when you try to split push with that Lulu, you're just lowering your split push potential, or rather your kiting potential for your teammates. And look at that, Celestial saw it,
Wow!
went in, and bing bang boom, your base is gonna go down, and Celestial, if I'm not mistaken, will take Game 1 in this best of 3 series for the chance to be able to become one of the Pro Gaming Series teams. What a game coming in from Celestial. Ay, papi.
Ay, Poppy. Yeah, that was a really interesting fight.
Wow.
It all started at the part dun sa top lane, the rotations where everybody was just there at the right time.
Yeah. First of all, Diamond had the actually no, it was Celestial who had the advantage, but then Diamond kind of came back into it with the with the kill for Ethan in the top lane rumble. But the problem was that engaged talaga doon sa top lane, wherein they didn't know that Zed block with the Yasuo was there, and when Lolix literally went in with Unstoppable Force, the knock-up, nabigla na lang sila, may Yasuo ult na pala.
Yeah, they couldn't react that well. And early on to this game, bursty talaga yung Yasuo and the Malphite combo. You have no way to react to that. As I've said earlier, wala magagawa yung Monsoon, walang magagawa yung mga disengage yung Cask and the equalizer zones.
Also,
nothing.
You have to put into your heads that, sinabi naman na nga, mono threat ang Diamond V2 and Vayne did not get fed.
Yes.
Stable lang sila ng farming ng Lucian. And you don't want that in this situation because your damage dealer is only 1 out of 5. Yes, the Rumble is there, but he was caught out in a lot of situations, as well as him. Well, his equalizer is the only way his damage can go through. If he actually goes in man mode with the Flame Splitter,
Yeah.
mag-instant gold post na lang siya, and then pag nawala na yung Zonya's duration, he will get focused on by the members of Celestial. So I think Diamond had the correct way to try to go for the mono threat composition, but they didn't have enough frontline. I guess they could have gotten for someone better than the Rumble because the synergy is not there. So I don't know.
They didn't get to prolong the battle. First of all, look at that. That's them level 13 Vayne, and yung Yasuo is level 17. So how can you react to that damage? The level gap is just too big right now. Yeah, so they couldn't prolong the fight. They were forced to fight. So they didn't want yung Diamond, and that's what Celestial wanted to happen.
Yes. So guys, what do you think of that? That was game 1 in this best of 3 series between Team Celestial and Diamond V2 version 2, even Team Diamond. I don't know. Diamante even. And it was a pretty explosive match in the early game, but then Celestial with the superior team composition just wrecked the face of Diamond. Of course, guys, we would like to remind you, Game 2 namin release ang Blood Moon skin giveaway. Remember, guys, only one winner. We will be giving out one code, and if you are correct in guessing that code,
yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
All right. It is a starter code, but then in a week's time, I guess, I don't know, a week's time, maybe 2 weeks' time, you will get the skins.
Yeah.
So don't be alarmed. And again, this is the Pro Gaming Series 2015. 16 na, guys. Lapit na rin mag New Year's. Woo! Spring Split Promotionals. I am just Asteroid with an I, and alongside here with me is
GS Riku.
And we'll be right back. Alright. We're now back into the PGS 2016 Spring Split Promotionals. I am GS Asarai with the 9, and alongside here with me is...
Of course, ako naman po ang inyong shoutcaster with the 1 for a 9, GS Shinpu!
Yeah, mga friend!
Oo, mga friend! Ako, it
Alright.
could be, no? It could be, after Celestial getting that win on the first game, pwedeng ito na yung conclusion ng gabi natin.
Yes.
Locking in kung sino yung unang team na papasok sa ating finals and get a chance to become one of the
PGS teams.
PGS teams. Sunod na pro players natin dito sa Pilipinas. Ayan.
Yes. Celestial just having the superior composition and then Diamond not investing enough onto the Vayne. They invested quite a bit onto the Rumble, and yes, early on, may nagagawa yung Rumble nila,
Yes.
but then again, mono-threat nga in terms of GS Rico talaga.
Naka-prepare. It's Celestial doing their homework against Diamond V2, where in Diamond V2 tried to pull off somewhat, yun nga, Jagger mo composition with the Bane, then there's Lulu. But yun, it requires them to go intact, as in magkakasama. And that opens up a lot of opportunities para sa Malphite and Yasuo combo para lumipad R agad, di ba? Come on, guys.
Yeah, agad.
Uh-oh.
And again, Malphite cannot be stopped by the disengage of Diamond V2 because Unstoppable Force is unstoppable.
Yes,
Diba?
oo, di ba? Ang daming bagay ba? Ano bang bagay ang hindi napipigil? Unstoppable Force, pabebe girls na ano? Ikaw ba? Napipigilan ka ba, Jess Sasuray?
Napipigilan ako.
Anong klaseng tanong? Anyway, guys, ayan na. Again, if you look into our screen, makikita nyo dyan. Ayan, GS Asaray. Ayan, Blood Moon Skins giveaway. Of course, there's Trash Kalista. At Kalish, yan. Even my favorite one, Elise. Lahat yan, pwede nyo mapanalunan ngayong gabi on one code for our match and win promo. Lumabas na ba yan kanina, di ba?
Di pa, game 2 pa nila i-release. So guys,
oh my God.
keep your eyes wide open.
Dito na yan. Alright. First batch
that's-
magagaling sa bawat team natin. We will have Diamond V2 batting out the Malphite, Nocturne LeBlanc, disabling those hardcore initiates mula syempre kay Teru, or for now, his name is Lolix Gluttony.
Yes, and of course the Nocturne is Hex's best champion. So you don't want to give one of the best, if not the best jungler in the PH his own main pick.
Pero, tsaka wala, 5.18 na ba tayo?
Yes.
Oh my God, 5.18 na tayo. Though, ang may nerf lang naman sa Devourer ngayon is on range champions, no?
Range champions ba? Akala ko kasi bonus magic damage per one stack, as well as yung Sacred Devourer.
Oh, pero on range champions, yung pag-stack nun, hindi na every 2 hits. Every 4 hits na to open up for that Kindred champion, and babay Vayne tayo ngayon, babay Sated Vayne. Pero ayan, so could be yung Nocturne na rin, hindi ganun kasakit. Lalo pa karamihan ng Nocturne players are pulling off Sated, ayun, at Devourer. Though, ngayon, may buff, di ba?
Warriors Enchantment from 40 AD to 45.
Yes,
so,
plus 5.
Hindi ganun kalaki yun sa pag-iisip natin, pero in terms of the damage output that it can give to your skills.
Kada hits.
Yeah.
Oo, makasampung hits ka plus 50 damage, di ba? Alright, so, syempre naman, mula sa bans dito ng Celestial, we have Outrandle, Olaf, and Brom. It's interesting how Mikos, no, the bottom duo, they're removing the Brom. Kasi nag-Brom si Mikos dito, di ba?
Yeah, honestly, ano lang kasi, Diamond V2 is a first pick, and Shura is, his champion pool is similar to that of Mikos.
Okay.
And Brom is still, I think, a meta support because if the opponent has that poke type of composition, you know, the long range barrage, Brom's Unbreakable is such a good counter to that type of composition
yung
talaga.
Shield na yun, yung pinto na yun, mapipigilan. yun ang gamit nyo pampigil. Brom Shield para sa mga poke compositions and any projectiles na itatapon sa inyo. Now, we are on to the peaks. Diamond V2, locking in Gangplank. Gangplank, then there's also the Rek'Sai. And of course, the Corki. Para naman sa side ng Celestial, we have the Fiora Evelyn, and it's Marky hovering over a Lucian. Kanina napaka-successful ng Lucian sa game na yun, right? Okay? Especially with the support there by because let's see kung ano ang kukunin dito ni Zed Blanc, or rather because, okay, for their support it will be a Leona for the setup natin. An Ashe getting locked in right now.
So this is one of the champion pools of Marky.
Okay, sa pool, oo.
And a Leona, alright. So this is, in my opinion, a straight kill lane level 6 pa lang.
Yes.
That's
I mean, initiate probably with any ultimate.
yeah.
Could be the
Solar Flare or the
Crystal.
Crystalline
Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Of
Yeah.
course, there's a lot of distance also para maiwasan itong mga barrels ni GP Boy. Pero yung barrels ni GP Boy, naka-nerf na yan. Ni-nerf din yan. 5.18 patch, mga kaibigan. It's officially out. Go read that one. Looking into the composition naman ng Diamond V2, we are seeing Shura locking in the Morgana. Let's see if this Victor, which has fallen to popularity after the 5.7, 5.16, 5.17.
Nung
the
medyo
nerfs naman
na-nerf na yung kanyang
yung
first
Hex.
and second item ng
Yes.
Hex, yung passive
Oh.
item yung Hex
No.
core
Wow,
upgrades.
going to get upgraded, no? So, medyo may iwan dito ngayon yung early game ng Diamond V2, leaving only the early game to Rek'Sai and Morgana sa Diamond V2. Take note that Diamond V2 has to secure this win because one win na lang ang kailangan ng Celestial dito para tapusin itong series na to.
Yes, that is very true.
Okay, so this one. Wow,
The
Celestial
Zed.
because hovering over Z.
Well, Zed Blanc yung pangalan ng mid-lane nila. So,
Yeah.
it's either Zed or LeBlanc.
Yeah,
Makukunin
actually,
niya.
And actually, I remember in the early days of Diamond, sa mga bago nating viewers right now, this Diamond V2, take note of the V2. Bakit V2? Ano yung version 2? Ba't kailangan ilagay ang version 2? Kasi guys, yung version 1 ng Diamond V2, former pro players po natin yan dito sa
Yes.
Pilipinas. So,
Perry in disguise.
Perry in disguise, Diamond. Actually, naka-establish na sila mga kilalang pangalan na yan. Yung pangalang Diamond na kinatakutan na yan dito sa League of Legends. Nawala sila nung spring split, no? After those lackluster performance. But now, they are back looking to take another slot again dito sa 2016 spring split.
Yes. Ano lang, parang early on, top lane matchups, Fiora, I think, can outduel the Gangplank, especially kung wala pa mabuo na Triforce dito si Ethan. Kasi medyo may pagka-lane bully din si Fiora eh. Kahit man
Yes.
sa 5.18,
Yes.
medyo na-lowered
Yeah, may nerf
ang kanyang,
si Fiora.
ang kanyang
Base stats. Oo.
Yes.
And there's also the launch, no?
Yung lang, nire-reveal lang yung
Si Fiora.
dun
Oo.
sa target pag nasa Fog of War siya.
It's actually one advantageous mechanic din.
Before.
Para kay Fiora. So, ayan, tignan natin. Breakdown ng compositions dito. No, it's more of a skirmish-oriented ngayon ang habol ng Celestial. Leaving the teamfight power mula dun sa ultimates ni Ashe and also ni Leona.
As well as Evelyn. Kasi may slow din naman
yung
yan.
slow ni Evelyn na actually kailangan kaagad na mai-activate ni Gluttony dito. Yung kanyang SS talaga. Okay? If somebody initiated onto that squishy Ashe, kailangan at least malagyan man lang ng sustain or what form of protect ang pwedeng mabigay dito ng Celestial because you have to take note na yes, Leona is a support. Okay,
Aggressive
support
support,
given na yan. Okay, kailangan samahan niya yung ADR niya. Pero in nature, Fiora is an aggressive support, di ba? Yung
Yes,
kits niya.
yes.
Compared to the more peel-oriented support or utility support like Lulu. And minsan yun yung kailangan ng Ashe na to. So, medyo kailangan maprotektahan. Hindi medyo. Kailangan maprotektahan itong Ashe na to. Yun yung isa sa mga dents sa assets or sa kung ano mang pinaplano nitong Celestial. Para naman dito, sa side ng Diamond V2, it's of course more of a zone control. There's the poke. There's also a lot of CCs. Okay? It's very hard to actually initiate against this team. So, kailangan talagang, alam mo yun, proper positioning. Ang ilagay dito, hindi mo ba alam na SIGN? Hindi mo ba alam? Ganon.
Hex. So just call him Hex na lang para hindi mahirapan.
Ang astig niyan, tama ba? Kunyari, pre, ano ang pangalan nung jungler nung Celestial? Hindi mo ba alam? Ang labo. Ayan, so, now, going back sa composition dito ng Diamond V2, okay? We can see na it's more of a zone control. There's
Yes.
also the pokes mula nga kay Aldab. Okay? Mula kay Aldab and Shura. Actually, ito yata si Aldab. Ito si Emilio Jacinto. Ng La Liga Filipina. Lumipat dito sa Diamond V2. Mga inside stories natin, okay, over sa mga kilalang participants ng ating Challenger Circuit. Now, it would take time for Eren, of course, para maging Titan, okay, and be the powerful victor over the mid lane.
Yes, yes.
And that will leave up meme talaga for the early game. Okay? It'd be considerable kung titingnan natin lane swap, hindi naman gaano ka necessity. Tingnan natin kung i-disable nila yung top lane. Kung sa top lane, GP versus Fiora, it's also a tricky matchup. No? Anong insights mo doon?
Honestly kasi I think
GP player ka, di ba?
Yeah, but honestly, Yung setting up ng barrels sa GP makes him a bit slower in terms of like being able to deal the damage back onto the opponent. And Fiora having the lunge.
Yeah, mas mataas yung hassle na nabibigay ni Fiora.
So parang I think early on,
Oo.
I would give it to the Fiora. But as the game progresses, GP, of course, still scales so well into that late game.
Yung scaling.
Kahit man medyo na-nerf na yung kanyang powder kegs, I think he's still viable as a late game carry.
Kung si Burrito ba, naka-Fiora, tas ikaw naka-GP, nag-1v1 kayo, sino man nanalo?
Ako.
Shoutouts. Shoutouts to Burrito, of course. Ayan, congratulations on completing your OJT. Nako, yung mga previous replays natin tsaka highlights natin.
Yeah, shoutout gumawa nun, guys.
Nanggaling yan kay Burrito. So, ayun, yun yung initial analysis namin ng mga composition of the match between Team Celestial versus Diamond V2. Okay? Oh, so eto pa. Gusto natin.
Oh, yeah, right.
Evelyn's Curse. Wala pa, no? 0 wins. Sa PGS,
Yes.
no? Like, 0 wins. 0 wins. Yeah. Wala bang panalo si Evelyn ever sa PGS. It's exciting if this will be the first victory of an Evelyn here at the Pro Gaming Series. You have to take note, guys, to all of our viewers out there, you are watching the Pro Gaming Series 2016. Ay, nako, ang sarap ng feeling. No? 2015, now we are now on 2016 Spring Split Promotionals para malaman natin kung sino yung mga next professional teams na papasok here at the Pro Gaming Series. Of course, brought to you by GameX, Game for Good, and Smart Prepaid Leave More. The match right now is between Team Celestial versus Diamond B2. Let's roll down, okay? On the blue side, we have Diamond B2 in the top lane. It is Diamond V2. And in the jungle, it's Meme. And of course, we have Eren on the Victor. Para naman sa bottom duo, we have Alda, Banakorki, AD carry, and Shura on a Morgana support.
And of course, for the red side, we have Team Celestial in the top lane. It's going to be Lolex Gluttony, a.k.a. Teru in the top lane with the Fiora. In the jungle, it's going to be Hindi Mo Ba Alam or Hex with the Evelyn. In the mid lane, it's going to be Zed Blanc with the Zed. And in the bottom lane duo, we have Celestial Marky with the Ashe, and his support will be Celestial Mikos on the Leona.
Okay, sino kaya ang magbawagi? You have to take note that into our scoreboard, CEL Celestial has secured the first win sa ating first game. Of course, shoutouts po pala sa mga nanunood dyan, Asia Popcorn, kahit di ko kayo naririnig mula dito sa aming broadcasting room. Make some noise, di ba?
Show some love.
Andyan po ang ating mga beloved, amazing Garena staff nakikiyoyo sa inyo along with the gas speed to win where you could get the chance on winning amazing peripherals and gears. Oh, no?
Looks like it's gonna be a bloody first match here.
Almost.
Almost.
Una, hindi pinagtatagpo ng tadhana, but that is one word. Spotting out Celestial.
I know, may kita po nagtaghanan.
Though hindi alam ng Celestial. Hindi ngayon alam ng Celestial kung nasaan yung Diamond. Oh, wow, ang ganda nito. Antayan. Ano pa feeling ng nag-iintay?
Oh, Eren! He's baiting it out. It's like,
lumalabas na yung ni Fiora. Ramdam niya eh. Naamoy niya. Naramdam niya. Binibait out niya yata, no? May ward dyan eh. Alam na
there's the Dark Bind going in onto Hex. There's the Death Ray. But it's not gonna be anything other than just
damage lang. Damage
greeting sign. A greeting sign coming in from Diamond saying, we're still here, you're not safe, we're not gonna give you an easy game.
Ramdam mo yung respect, no? Hashtag respect para sa side ng Diamond V2. Even though they know yung location, kitang-kita na nila yung Celestial. Okay? Over that ward, hindi nila engage.
Yes.
They know how to gauge their power well.
Yes, also, there's a 3-man stack on the jungle by Celestial. I think they're just giving Evelyn the safer amount of HP if she was, solo farming, which is kind of like the weakness of Evelyn, the early jungle clears.
So, ano ba to? Hindi mo ba alam? Ito pa ang opener nila for the early game. Looking to invest on that Evelyn na recall manggagaling. Mula kay Fiora, top lane. Rushley getting into the top lane bago pa man maubos yung kanilang minions.
5 pots bought by Lolex Gluttony. And Ethan is gonna go back to his lane and is gonna say, oh, you have 5 pots, okay.
Actually, ginagawa ko yan eh. 5 blue pots tsaka 5 red pots na Phantom Cup.
Yeah.
Tapos mula level 1 pa lang,
Pakpakan agad.
Spear shot na ako ng spear shot.
Tapos manalo ka na lang sa sustain, no?
Mga bandang level 4, pwede na ako tumalon because of that passive mula sa Heartseeker Strike. So anyway, we are seeing the junglers now. It's Evelyn with that 3-man stack over that blue buff. Managed to quickly finish up that red buff of hers. Oh my god.
Takes a dark binding as well as that phosphorus bomb. Kind of a little bit of miss footwork there. You can see he was actually darting back and forth, hoping to get the Targon's Brace proc onto that Siege minion. But it's going to be a gang in the top lane. Ethan knows nothing about this. He's going to see the Evelyn. He's going to take a lot of damage. The burn does burn that Pirate.
Oh, ayan na, Celestial Marquee. Wow, taking a position up in between the two.
And he dodges rather that Dark Binding, but he will go down to the Zenith Blade and the damage output of that Ashe. First Blood going in the hands of Celestial Marquee, and now Celestial with a very good foothold early on into the game.
Wow, Celestial reading this bottom lane na parang pocketbook ng isang katulong. I mean, the positioning of Marquee. I-positioned up sa gitna mismo ng ADR and support dito ng Diamond V2. If you look at that kind of position, nahihibang ka na ba, ADR? But
Kaya
no,
nga
pinate out nila lahat ng skills na meron itong si Shura, and they go for Shura. They know how squishy is a Morgana on her cooldowns kapag naka-cooldown sa lahat ng skill.
Especially when the Leona actually has a damage amplification for her ADR. Diba yung passive niya? Can't forget that. Yes, and now they're gonna go on to Marquee. He's taking a lot of damage. They ignite the auto attacks, but Shura gets the kill. If Mikos does survive this, it's gonna be, oh no, the Dark Binding does connect. That's a 1-for-1 trade. But the first blood did go to Marquee.
Oh, now it's 2 kills in the hand of Diamond V2. The bottom duo of Celestial, nakaligtaan ba nila na wala silang flash? Or rather, walang flash si Marquee because not wasting to flash on that one, not hoping to escape, no?
Yes.
So, still probable. Maybe he tries to, tinry niya siguro dumikit dito sa pader na to.
Saka sa minions, baka ma-block nung ano.
In some way, got a range here para makapag-flash, but it was too late yung melee range na Dark Binding ni Morgana. Paano mo i-dodge yun, no?
Yes, that is...
Paano, kumbaga sa panliligaw, paano mo iiwasan yung nanliligaw sa'yo kung katabi mo na? Kung text pa, pwede mong hindi pansinin yung text o yung message, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero pag nasa bahay, kumakatok na sa bahay nyo, ewan ko na lang, no?
Ba't mo kasi binigay address yun?
May point ka doon. Alright, let's see over the bottom lane. Meme taking up a position on the side. Rush. But, it's pure, ano?
Yeah, there's really not a lot of engaged potential in the top lane with the Rek'Sai and Gangplank against a Fiora. And there's a going on to Aaron here. Takes a lot of damage from the Death Mark, and the burst is just too real. He goes down, and that's 1 kill. And the CS advantage for Zedblock against Aaron.
Oh my god, it's Zedblock living up sa kalahati ng kanyang pangalan. Nice performance there. Over that engage, nakaka-inggit, ba't di ganyan yung project set ko?
Yeah.
So, 1-0-0, though we all know how Victor has been so weak in the early game.
Yes, and now Gluttony gets caught out, but a nice riposte will actually save him a little bit, but the damage is just too real. The auto attack from the turret can actually finish him off. And that was a successful gank for Meme, but he actually, I think, 1 or 2 minutes in the top lane for that to happen.
And di mo ba alam, nasa na tong Evelyn na to? What happened over that baby in the early game? We should be expecting some ganks from this Evelyn. Lalo pa, wala pang masyadong pink wards sa mapa. Now, the thing over that top lane engaged kanina is medyo nataranta ng konti, no? Si Glotton. Ano hindi naman kaagad-agad siya bumagsak or hold that thought.
We're gonna go in on the sure. He takes the stun to the face. The Zenith Blade follows up. If damage output is too real, yes it is. The hate spikes will just peel away at the HP of that Morgana, and the timely flash from Mikos will give no trade for this collide in the mid lane.
So that will leave up both of the ADRs here in the bottom lane just to hit up with their range, but it seems Marquee not allowing any chance para ka dito kay Al, kay Yaya, dapat kay Al din. Mismo na makalapit sa kanya. Tama naman yung hits, normal hits, even the Q activates. And there's so much zone coming in mula kay Marky. Now, kanina dun sa top lane, going back to my discussion over the top lane engage, medyo sayang, nag-survive pa ng konti si Glotton dito. Hindi naman siya kaagad na burst. I think yung amount of time na sinurvive niya could have been enough para ma-activate yung kanyang ultimate and get that sustain. It could have been a win pa. I mean, Fiora might be able to kill pa that Gangplank.
Yeah, yun nga lang talaga. I think if he wasn't in range of the turret, baka makakapag pa siya. Makasurvive. Also, just a observation.
Yes.
And nakalimutan ko na since I was a Rek'Sai player before when she first came out, Rek'Sai can counter the Evelynn with the Tremor Sense onto the Evelyns. Even though na-invisible si Evelynn, nakikita niya yung lakad ng Evelynn.
Okay. Hindi mo pala maiwasan to si Rek'Sai, no?
Yeah. Nararamdaman kanya.
Na naman.
Nararamdaman kanya kahit nasaan ka man. Kaya nasa kadiliman ka man. There's a going on to Aaron. There's a death ward coming in from Zed Block.
Yeah.
Will the gravity meal be enough? No, the spinning shurikens onto the head of that. Vector will surely notify us that he's gonna go down.
Kahit si GS Rico, no, napapasabi, grabe. The lockdown there, the focus there. Aaron, kailan ka pa magiging Titan? It's just Celestial capitalizing over that mid lane. And look at this one. 2-0-1 Z, 78 CX against a 0-2-0 Victor 51. This mid lane for Diamond B2 is getting out of hand.
Yeah, and he has the Bilgewater Cutlass for the slow and the Brutalizer for even more damage output.
Yes, let's look into the gold. And he's holding now mahigit 1K. Ang gold na naman ngayon is Z against Diamond B2, Aaron. So, it is definite that this mid lane now is in the hands of Celestial.
Yes, and right now I think,
excuse me,
does Ethan feel? I think he knows that Hex is there. Look at how back to his lane he is.
Yeah, I mean, kapag kay Evelynn,
oh, he goes there. There's the slow from the hate spikes. The flash does come out of Ethan. There's a slow from the Cannon Rod, but it will not be enough as we see the Shrine, the pseudo well from the Fiora come out.
That is very bad. That is a sure tower now, especially with the damage na meron ang Fiora natin added up kay, hindi mo ba alam, kay Evelynn. But that will open up, hindi mo rin ba alam?
Sa Dragon.
Sa Dragon. Para sa side, the time on V2. Now, bagong set of combo mula kay Zed.
Oh no, Zed Black takes so much damage, but the Shurikens was just enough.
Yes, and that passive mula dun sa Razor Shuriken ni Zed, it was enough to kill, execute the Victor. Why? Because of the passive. Passive ni Zed, contempt for the weak. And right now, this Victor is getting weaker and weaker over the mid lane.
Yeah. And did you see that? That Meme, 1 second too late, yung kanyang Prey Seeker would have catched off Zed Block. Sayang.
Could be na shutdown, no?
Yeah, sayang.
Crucial kill against the Zed Blanc. Now, a few clicks away before building, actually a few minions away before building that Blade of the Ruined King.
Yeah. And honestly, I think ano lang kasi, medyo may pagka-miscommunication ang Diamond Beating here with Meme hovering over every lane and not actually going into it. Medyo may problema kasi sa mid lane. Zed is a little bit too, you know, mobile with the shadows to catch off, to get caught off.
Nakita mo yung ano? Yung barrels ni Gangplank sa top.
Yeah, medyo masakit talaga.
Isang barrel lang 300.
Wala pa siyang ano yan.
Maramihan.
Wala pa siyang...
Oh.
Wow.
Provoke, pre!
Yeah.
The champion mastery lumalabas na.
Oo, sasabi na, okay, ito na, tignan mo to.
Lumalabas na mula dito kay Zed Blanc. Now, let's see, let's discuss the conditions of the game here.
Yes.
So, it's definite that entering now the mid-game, no, di pa mid-game. Actually, late early game pa lang, no? With no turrets yet. Getting destroyed over the reef. No, prolonged itong laning phase na to, no?
Yes.
So, on a prolonged laning phase, that opens up the mid game for Corby, but that also works favorable para sa side ni Ash. And actually, that also works very favorable para sa Zen na may lamang na against a Victor. Definitely, for Diamond V2, para mabawi at ma-reclaim itong mid lane nila, they have someone to group up and cut Zed Blanc whenever he goes aggressive on this one. But he knows that Diamond V2 has his eyes on him na rin.
Yes. And nalalaman naman nila kasi nakikita nila sa bottom lane na wala yung Morgana.
Oh.
So, I think naman, in a 2v1 situation, if it's Aaron and Meme versus Zed Blanc can still do the outplay. Sorry. Since I think kulang pa yung damage output ni Aaron with the second Hex score and just the Seeker's Arm Guard, and Aaron, or rather Meme, with the Cinder Hook. But now they're gonna go in and Shurt's gonna get caught out. There's the Solar Flare. There's the Death Mark coming in from Zed Blanc, and as Zed Blanc is now on a rampage. Here comes Lolix Gluttony. He is hungry for kills. Will it sate his hunger as they do get themselves the 2 pick-offs and possibly the mid-tier 1 as well as the bot-tier 1?
5-0-1. Bakit ka mag-orbwalk sa harapan ng isang Leona on the choke point? Look at that. Look at this space. Okay? Kumbaga ang daming tao naghahanap ng space, pero dito sobrang kulang. Napakalaki, napakasikip niyan. Napakasikip niyan. Para ma-dodge mo yung solar flare ni Leona.
Kasi nabulag sila masyado sa...
Nag-overstay, no?
Yes.
Oo. And hindi biro yung control and yung anticipation na meron nitong si Mikos on waiting up the cooldowns and the skills and the timing of skills na nanggaling mula din dito kay Leona, di ba?
Yeah. Plus, I think na-bait out sila kasi nakita mo na nilagay niya yung spell shield dun sa kay Aldo. He was actually trying to go in, I think, on Mikos?
Yes.
Or Hex?
No, yeah.
I think it was Hex. Tapos bigla na nakita nila si Mikos, okay, we're just done. We're trying to re-engage, get some kills, but hindi sila nagkaroon ng exchange. And furthermore, Celestial getting advantage 3,000 already. And Zed Blanc, he wants to go in. So hungry for kills.
Kaya po, ilang segundo na naman yan. Ayan na, ayan na yung SS. Lalabas na ulit yung SS. Okay? Matalimang mata nitong Zed na to. He has his SS up. Let's
Wow.
Okay, who will be the next target?
The Stalker's Blade slow with the Bilgewater Cutlet, or rather the Blade of the Ring in slow. The counter slows.
Mga provoke to si Zed. May pa-recall pa.
Oh, the BM is real. Yeah, bad manners is not a good thing to do.
Let's see over this one. Right now, nobody from Diamond V2, nobody from Diamond V2 has that much significant damage for the execute they're requiring to take, or that is required. Okay, sorry. Para sa set na to. Okay?
Yes.
Para sa set na to, ang kailangan is a lockdown. Solid lockdown. Isang CC mula kay Morgana, probably mula kay Victor if he ever overcommits. And maybe, probably a focus from 2 to 3 members of Diamond V2.
Yes.
Yun na lang talaga.
Oh, there's the ultimate coming in from the Ashe. The kill is 2. Real he goes down, and Meme is in no man's land, but the timing flash will save that naked mole rat, or whatever you gotta call that. There's the Cannon Barrage from the Gangplank, but while that is happening, on top of it's gonna be Lolix Gluttony, so hungry for that kills going in onto Ethan. He flashes the barrels, he gets the damage, he procs the ultimate, but the slow and the movement speed boost for the Gangplank is just too real. He's gonna go for the chase. Will the lunge be enough? No, it will not. Simultaneous clashing, top and bottom. What is happening right now?
What's happening right now is I'm seeing a Fiora flash in para makumpleto yung SS. Now, that's a big question kasi bakit mo kailangan yung bakit kailangan mo yung sustain? It is definite na pag makumpleto mo yun, pag nakumpleto mo yung 4 na yun, even the last hit, it won't be enough to execute GP. Kung meron lang flash siya na si Fiora, after tumakas ni GP, could have been flash for an execute. So, yun yung question ko ngayon kay Lolix Gluttony. Isa sa mechanic kasi talaga ng SS niya is, yes, there's the amplified damage. Kasi 360 degrees 4 na vital points. Pero yung sustain, walang scaling, walang contribution kasi puno naman yung buhay niya.
Yeah, and
mas kailangan sana yung flash na yun.
And Ethan wasn't actually looking to fight, he was just looking to get away. So medyo...
So kung may hinahabol ka, anong kailangan mo? Maghabol! So flash, ayan. Ganda ng logic ko, no?
That is true.
Kahit grade 1, pwede ko turuan ng vlog. Ayan. So, 4-9 mga kaibigan, and it seems Celestial is looking strong in this game. 2 turrets in their hand. Now they are looking to take this Dragon buff.
Wow, lots
Yes.
of damage onto Zed Blanc there. Looks like they won't be able to trade this mid-tier 1 as the members of Celestial are here. There's the ultimate onto Ethan, but you don't want the gangplank because he can eat an orange and it'll be K.
Napaka-commendable nung Ash Arrow kanina onto Aldab. Sa pool si Aldab, no? I mean, right now, 4-9. Diamond V2 is grouping up and Corky has no Trinity Force yet. Okay? Para sa mid-game that is looking for.
Yes. Ultimate of the Leona is not usable.
Wala,
There's the Cannon Barrage.
nakagano.
There's the Zonius, and then Aaron bit off more than he can shoot. The ultimate comes out of Zed Block. He gets the kill onto the Corgi, but is it too much that he will go down? He goes down to the parlay of the Gangplank. That's a 1-for-1 trade, but the mid-tier 1 for Celestial is still standing strong.
And yes, my friend, Trinity Force saves the day. Diamond V2, Ethan, able to bring the first tick of kill para dito kay Zed Blanc. 5-10 right now. Trinity Force also in the hands of Corky. Mukhang ito yung
Shining moment.
maswerteng item eh. Ano nga yun? Yung pungsoy. Ganun. Pungsoy item dito ng Diamond V2. Hashtag pungsoy. Pampaswerte. Let's see if this Trinity Force works out for Corky. Nagulat din ako kanina. Akala ko free kill na yung Victor.
Yeah. Kasi ano rin eh, like, if I'm not mistaken, all matchups against Corky who don't use Trinity Force, kanyari, Infinity Edge versus a Corky Trinity Force. Corky out-damages them in terms of yung Shin proc talaga.
Yes,
So, I think even though Diamond has the 5k disadvantage, they still have the damage output to be effective.
Alam ko talaga pag may Shin, malakas eh.
Oh, kasi Shin, kaya nga Shin mo, di ba?
5-10. Sorry guys. So, 5-10 mga kaibigan. Getting back into the game. We have a 4k gold lead here by Team Celestial. Again, with the massive lead that he has right now, itemization for the mid lane. Zed leading Celestial right now. Blade of the Ruined King on top of a Brutalizer. Now looking to take either it could be it could actually be a Yunmus, it could actually be a Last Whisper, anything, daming choices para dito sa Zed. We also have the Ravenous Hydra completed now for Fiora, and also the recipe na lang. Recipe
For Black,
Black Reaper, no? Ito yung dalawa.
They're gonna go in on the Aaron, but he uses the Zonius to keep himself safe. The stun from the Leone is just enough that Celestial Marky will get the last hit, as he also gets the double kill onto the very squishy Fallen Angel Morgana.
Sandali lang, Asuraya. Alis lang ako, Hanapin ko lang yung damage ng tower. Grabe kasi. Ganun lang tinatower tag ngayon. The Celestial and Diamond V2 Altan!
He's gonna go swag out like a boss, and he gets the kill with the help from Mikos, as well as Zed Blanc with the solo kill onto Aldab.
Okay, now, with 4 members of Diamond V2 gone, this will be a free inner mid-lane turret in the hands of Team Celestial. 4 turrets against 1 into the Dragon. Looks like the Trinity Force didn't work out.
Yeah, ano lang kasi, I think nakata ko lang kasi, like, Celestial could have had a hard time opening up the base of Diamond one by one because Diamond has a lot of AoE potential, but ang problem din kasi is like Celestial has these out of nowhere initiations.
Yes.
Nabigla nilang, oh, may araw sa mukha ko.
Oh, may Evelyn sa likod ko.
Oh, diba? Oh, may solar flare sa taas ko.
Oh, may Zed sa harap ko.
So tayo, ano mangyayari?
Hindi mo ba alam? Ang dami, as in,
Diba?
yan yung for Celestial. Right now, their composition, their champions, flourish so much, lalo na mayroon na silang lead on skirmishes. And
Yes.
they are getting the skirmishes that they want. Diamond V2 has the team comp, has the wombo, and the combo, but no target. Oh. 5-14. Okay. Also, if you look into Victor, that's first look. First pa lang, no?
I believe second.
Second. Okay, so second mark.
Yes.
Let's see. Ano yung in-upgrade ni Victor? I'm assuming Q. Yeah, Q for that movement speed and shield.
They were trying to get the pick off onto Zed Blanc, but with the Yomu's Ghost Blade and the Shadow out, he's just too too slippery rather.
Yeah. Though, may isang pang card dito yung Diamond V2. Stall the game. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Alam naman natin na at the end of the road,
He's gonna go. Base check the brush and the Evelyn will just get in there. That's a solar flare slowing him down. There's the counter engage. The stun hits Shura, but is it too much of a commitment from Celestial? That Diamond will get themselves a 2 for nothing, and Mikos is still in a very bad position. The Prey Seeker seeks its prey, but it will not get the kill. But Celestial a bit too over-aggressive there.
Yes, Curiosity almost killed the Corki, not the cat. But for the counter engage, overcommitment ng Celestial.
Oh, wow.
And wow.
Too much damage. There's the slow. He will get the
Grabe.
double kill. Can he survive? Auto-attack the minion builder. He will not be able to shut down
Yeah.
for Aldo, but that was a 2v1.
Yeah, 2 for 1. Marky like a bounce. BAWS. Nilakad lang, tapos normal hit. The slow mula sa frozen shot or sa Q dito ni Ash. Kasi grabe, impact.
Frost.
Cross shot,
I
yeah.
think so, yeah. There's the Z going in. The K will not be able to stop the death mark. And an go in, go out composition here by Z Block gets the kill. Meme here wants to get the kill, but the shadow out makes that Z too slippery.
One now coming to be a very good opener for sure to lay down the dark binding. At ayun na lang ang solusyon para sa Zed na to. It's a lockdown. We are seeing Celestial now taking that dragon, and it seems there's no movement, especially sa ward investment na ginawa itong Diamond V2 to secure that one.
Yes, I think also Celestial is proactive in their dewardings as well. Deep jungle wardings as well.
They need to make picks. Yung champion nila, nag-i-scale the more kills that they get. So yun yung pwedeng gawin dito ng Diamond V2. Play defensively, don't overchase, don't overcommit, allow Celestial to overcommit because they must. Yun yung ano nila eh, yun yung parang composition nila eh. Then, ayun, dun nila i-punish yung Celestial.
Yeah, but
dun nila i-shoot yung mga combo nila.
But I think the problem is like Celestial can overcommit and then minimal lang yung risk nila eh. Because
May skip na rin.
Yeah, may skip na rin as well as yung lockdown na meron sila. Kasi yung sa bottom lane, nagkaroon lang sila ng miscommunication kaya nagkaroon ng 2 for
Yeah.
nothing. But still,
This kind of lead that Celestial has opens up for more risky plays for them to take. And more risky plays means more kills.
there's a
That's
stun
why.
going on to Meme, the follow-up stun with the solar flare coming into the top lane. As the bottom lane, it will be a 1v1. Zed Blanc is victorious. And the 4v4 in the top lane, 3 members of Diamond now trying to back off, but here comes Celestial. Can they do it? Can they finish this off as the Zed is split pushing the bottom lane? There's the TP from Lolix. Gluttony, is he hungry enough? But Mikos is in a 1v1 situation with the Zed. Meme with a knock-up. Can they get the kill? Yes, there's a Chaos Storm.
That's now
Proving
overcoming.
too much for the Leona, though. Mikos here with that. Oh, nicely done by Meme.
Ooh.
Will actually do a sneaky escape there, though. The 2 for 1 and now the 2 for 2.
And
Oh,
that's,
sorry, 4 for 2.
and that's actually a 4-1 configuration push. Ngayon, na pinupull off ng Celestial.
Wow.
They get. Bakit? They just leave out the Z. Sino ba dito sa Diamond V2 ang may kaya? I-1v1 si Zed. So
Nobody.
right now, Diamond V2 has to make that quick pick over that Z. Okay? Hindi pwede talaga iwanan na lang and give Zed. Oh my God! Give Zed those free kills, but this time we will give
Oh my
you
God.
those free skins. Guys, guess the missing character. That is the match and win code that will enable you to get the Blood Moon skins. Nako, Jess Riku, Jess Asray, ni-remind nyo ba sila ng client nila?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so the code is DHCMO.
Yeah, O.
Yeah, 01 UJPU question mark X4N9C. Again, that is D8CMO1 UJPU question mark X4N9C. Go into your clients and tap, tap, tap away at that keyboard. Hopefully you get lucky. And now Mika's getting caught out in a 3v1 situation. He's gonna get bursted down. But here comes, hindi mo ba alam si Hex with that Evelyn. Mika's still surviving. He dodges. There's a Valkyrie, but Aldo, he will find his soulmate in that kill. And it looks like Lolix Gluttony will be in a skirmish against Meme as well as Ethan. He goes down. There's
Wow.
the Shrine team.
Wow.
To the well will save or rather boost up his HP, as Eren will activate the gold pose, but he will not survive as Zed Block is in the bottom lane,
And so,
pushing freely.
Diamond decided we will go for a 5v4 instead of a 5v1 pick on LeBlanc. That opens up the bottom lane and yung 5v4 match nila. Kaya pala nahirapan doon yung Celestial. Apat nga naman, iba-ibang laban yung kinuha nila. But still, Celestial managed to actually win. Yeah, win that one. That is a 4-for-3 exchange. Okay? Over the bottom, over the Baron Pit. Papunta sa may Baron Pit. Nagsimula yun nung natagpuan nila si Celestial Mikots, and shoutouts dun sa nakatagpo nung tamang character and with that Blood Moon
Yes.
Blood Moon skin set. Okay?
Don't
Grabe.
forget to post that in the
Yeah.
PGS Rift if you are a member. And also, if you are not a member, please join. That is www.facebook.com/group/PGS Rift. As now again, Migos getting caught out as I am announcing stuff for the PGS. He's gonna go down. No, not yet.
Laban.
There's the shield from the from the W. Will actually go down to
Nice.
Eren. 4v1.
So,
He tanks
Diamond-
them. He's pretty tanky as a
Yeah,
support.
Diamond steadily winning. They're going for the power of their team composition. Level 14 Victor, 363 mga kaibigan, but he's starting to gain some items. Now, on the last glorious evolution ng kanyang item, no?
Yes.
Okay, he is now onto the Mark 3. Mas matindi pa kay Iron Man to. And now, they are going to take that mid lane inner turret.
And they
Oh,
do
no,
it. There's
no,
a stun onto Aldum. He's taking so much damage, and
Wow.
Deadlock gets himself a rampage. He's gonna go in onto Meme, and he's hungry for more kills as he gets himself a double kill. As long as Guthrie going in onto Ethan, flashing over the wall as he tries to run for his life. And they stop the aggression of Diamond.
Again, this has been said kanina, they cannot dance in front of the champions ng Celestial. Celestial has the kit to commit and actually overcommit against Diamond V2. Nasushoot nila yung wombo combo nila, uwi, tapos pa-cooldown ulit, then go again.
Yes.
Right now, they're losing whatever kind of bounce back they're getting in this game. And Celestial getting the first Baron of this game, just securing their lead more and more.
Yes, kayo na ang may empowered recalls at magandang recalls with the
Grabe,
project skins.
Nabawi, project skins, yung Blood Moon skins, naisip ko lang ang swerte na naman nung nakakuha ng Blood Moon skins. Hindi mo nga alam laruin lahat ng role. May skin ka naman para sa lahat ng role. Skin na naman, usapang skin na naman tayo sa PGS League. Okay? So shoutouts to all of our viewers, YouTube, Twitch chat, Alzubu, and to all of our Rifters out there. Nako, kung di pa kayo kasali sa PGS Rift namin, kailangan marami tayo, okay? Libo-libo dapat tayo bago dumating yung yung PGS 2016 Spring Season mismo pagkatapos nitong promotionals. Okay? So sumali na kayo. That is PGS Rift
Yes.
official group. Search that one up on Facebook.
Also, don't forget, man, bago mag-PGS Spring, there is Worlds.
Oh, yes.
And Zedlock in a 3v1 situation, but Aldub will survive. Can he survive? Yes, he will.
Yes.
But not while Shura and Aldub are very low in HP.
Okay.
As the mid lane is now getting knock. Who's there? It is a Celestial. This is the ultimate from Marky missing, but the advantage is still highly in favor of Team Celestial here.
Oh, kung umurong lang ng konti sa kanan yung Summoners,
Oh, the
with
stun
double
onto
kill.
Eren, he gets followed through, and here comes Celestial hammering down onto the members of Diamond. They're gonna try to get it, but the too much overcommittance inside the turret range will give Diamond a nicely counterplay.
Celestial, though may Baron buff naman kasi sila, but steadily they are keep on getting unfavorable traits against Diamond V2. Kasi Diamond V2 now is playing as a team. Okay? As in shooting up their wombos and combos. Let's see, over the itemization, nakita natin, recipe na lang yung kulang para sa Ludens Echo ni Victor. Man, this Victor, level 14, Okay? Nearing actually level 50. Will actually hurt na pagdating sa late game. Ito na yung Victor
Yes.
na nawalan ng nerf. Nawalan ng nerf. Kasi nagpa-flourish talaga si Victor pagdating ng late game. We also have Corky, 588, getting harder and harder to catch. Napansin naman natin kanina, yung engage to the Zed Blank, di ba? Hindi niya agad na-burst si Corky, though may support doon ng 3 players ng Diamond V2.
3 players. Munti na siya mamatay.
Oo. So, again, sana I'm really looking forward for Diamond B2 na alam mo 'yon, makabawi talaga sa game na to. Right now may lamang pa rin yung yung Celestial. Pero what's interesting is how can you
Finish off the game.
finish off a game or parang paano kayo makakabawi sa isang pagkatalo by working as a team. Lalo na kung yung power ng composition nyo is by playing as a team. And not with the individual skills or individual kits ng iyong champions compared sa majority ng champions dito ng Celestial.
Yes.
Okay, so 17-29. If you look into
Di 1738.
Ay.
Just
17-29.
kidding.
And now, right now, one item na lang before locking in all the 6 slots. Okay, sa inventory. Even Ash actually 739, man. This Ash hurts. H-E-R-T-Z. A lot.
And it looks like Celestial are having a hard time finishing up the game as Diamond is hanging on by a thread on the edge of the knife. What more metaphors can I say? They are in the tipping point of getting kicked out of having a chance to be a PGS team against Celestial. Again, you have to remember Celestial winning game 1 in this best of 3 series only needs to win this one game, but it looks like Diamond is saying you have to work your hardest to get this win.
Ngayon wala na-realize yung minions pala kanina, naka-project na-project din pala.
Oh yeah, right. Nga pala.
With 2 project skins over the rim, so na-activate yung project din na may modification sa mapa. Especially shoutouts pala sa mga summoners natin na kinukompleto yung Black Alistar event. Okay? After nitong game na to, yan, sama-sama na naman tayo magtawag ng mga magiging kaibigan kahit pansamantala lamang.
Basta lang makuha ang
Black Alistar.
Black Alice.
So I think hindi limited edition skin yun, no? Hindi yun nabibili.
Legacy skin, tama ba? Pag ganun.
Limited edition, no? Limited edition skin ako. One of the must-haves.
Yeah. And now you see here that hindi mo ba alam, he's trying to get himself a singular kill there. He actually has the damage to go in for the squishier targets. You saw there that he tapped in Aaron just a little bit, put him to almost 50% HP, and now the save to Aldum.
Another 4-1 configuration. Right now, nobody still has the power to kill that Zed. So, right now, nagkakaroon na ng form of survivability itong bawat members ng Diamond V2. So, one lean papunta dun sa top lane. Nakuha ka agad ng Celestial itong open na inhibitor in the bottom lane ng Diamond V2. But that just returns us back kung ano yung condition kanina sa base ng Diamond V2. Ano yun yung magbabago? At paano rin ito i-close ng Celestial? Because right now, 36 minutes into the game and it seems Celestial is having a hard time. This 4-1 configuration is little by little scaling down.
Yes.
Even with Baron buff, nananalo pa yung
Also guys, I think that's just a bug. Nakatingin ako sa duration lang Baron buff sa
Baron
nila.
buff, no?
Yeah, I think it's just a bug. Kasi you can see
49
here yung timer ng
seconds.
yung timer ng Dragon 45 seconds. That's not possible na may second Baron buff na lalabas sa taas, meron ka pa rin.
Nako, na visual bug.
Yeah. But it looks like Zed Blanc here trying to pressure the top lane, making Diamond here ever so uneasy, but Diamond still not flinching. They're giving a lot of focus in the top, mid lane, and also sa bottom lane, even though it is opened up.
So yan, without the Baron buff, Celestial realized na hindi nila ganun kadali na makuha itong lane na meron pang inhibitor turret. But they are now onto the 4th Dragon Slayer buff. Okay?
Lapit na
Isa na
mag-aspect.
lang, 5 minutes, Super Saiyan. Aspect of the Dragon buff.
And now the Baron will be up in
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Will Diamond contest for this?
Yes, there are actually 2 members recalling, 1 cancel. Ano ba? Yun. So, that is Shura na in recalling. 4 members probably in the position to stop or stall this Baron. Take note that Diamond V2 has the poke. Okay? Para i-kite down. Itong Celestial. Though Celestial has a harder initiative.
Yes, and also we have to
Onto
notice the bottom lane though is open, and Super Minions are pushing, and now Celestial are not worrying about that Baron. They just want to go in and go in onto that mid-tier 3 as Ethan is getting caught out here by Hex. Look at this. There's gonna be a 1v1, and Corky, you do not have your members now. You're gonna go down to that Zed, and it's now a 2 for nothing, or no, 1 for nothing, and then the Baron.
Yeah,
What a nice play
this
from
is the Baron.
Celestial.
Without Aldab, without the AD carry para sa Diamond Beatles.
Nalito sila.
Yeah?
Nalito sila kasi
na-outplay talaga.
nagbo-back na yung tapos biglang pumasok na lang si Zedlock, sabi, hindi namin kayo papabalikin. Papatayin natin kayo
Ang
dito lang.
hindi nila na-account is yung PTB. And GP is not enough. Yeah, he has the wave clear, but he has no survivability against 4 members ng Celestial.
Yeah, and also, can he actually kill the super minions fast enough? Kahit man tingnan mo, may super, wave clear with the powder kegs. Pero yung super minion is not going down fast enough. That he has to deal with it first before trying to respond for his teammates.
Siguro na full party GP. Tubig yung lalabasan.
Parang water bullet, ganun.
Tubig.
Kasi parang,
Ano sa rally.
parang naisip ka lang pag si GP naging pagkakaroon ng full party skin. Medyo may kakawig niya si Graves, saka si Twisted Fate.
Tapos yung lalabas na cannon, parang sa ultimate tubig din.
Umuulan.
Wow. Tapos may malungkot na song.
Now look at this, it's gonna go by Hex man moding onto 4, 5 people of Diamond here, gonna get caught out on, or rather this. Mimi's gonna get caught out here in the top lane. There's a 2-man stun. Aaron gonna get caught out yet again. He does the gold post, but in the most of that duration, he is not doing any damage as Zed block in the side that we get the kill onto Aldo with the shadow out. That is a 1 for 1 as Celestial are just gonna try knocking on Heaven's door.
Parang RKO from behind Zed Blanc. Mula sa likod, di ko nakita yun.
Oh, you actually caught out Hex there, but oh my god, the auto attacks from Margia, just too much. And they're not gonna finish off this top tier 3, the final turret.
Yeah.
There's the Hadouken minion.
Yeah, still Celestial, looking to finish that game. Finishing up the bottom lane, steady pressure and outmaneuver Diamond V2, making the right calls and decision for objective to finally complete and remove all the inhibitors, actually everything in the base of Diamond V2. Right now, it's only the Nexus for Diamond.
And now it's only a matter of time before Celestial is one step closer to being a pro gaming series team.
Finalist pa.
Yeah, one step closer. One step closer to being a pro gaming series finalist team. We have to see who will they go up against, but Diamond 2, I don't know, it's gonna be a tough job to defend the turret, their Nexus with only themselves, no turrets left.
Although, minsan mas madali lumaban pag nawala na sa'yo ang lahat. So, only the inhibitor para depensa dito ng Diamond V2. Let's see!
As they go in, there's a stun onto Meme, but Zed Block doesn't need any more help from his team. It has to get another singular kill onto Aldo, 3 for nothing, and now the Nexus will go down! And ladies and gentlemen, I give you your winners for this day. It is Celestial, 2 for 0 against Team Diamond. What a game! Woo!
Mga kaibigan. So,
damn.
What a good rotation there and good maneuver and calls. Objective focus, rotation. Okay? So much proficiency in the rotation ang pinakita ng Celestial dito, and they'll get locked in para maging isa sa mga teams na maglalaro para sa finals nitong ating PGS Spring Promotionals. Let's have a breakdown of the endgame screen.
Well, look at that. The damage output, highest damage output, or rather, highest damage dealer
Barrel talaga.
was actually the GP.
Yes,
I guess
syempre.
it's just the damage.
The barrel.
Yeah. Let's see who's the tankiest member of them all. Damage taken.
Rek'Sai.
The Rek'Sai.
Oo, no?
Yeah. All right. So just go into the overview of the itemizations here for our teams. The Evelyn actually went to go in for the newer items. That's the Deadman Split and the Starax Gauge. And you could actually see the hybrid Evelyn doing a lot of damage onto the Squishier targets, Squishier members of Diamond V2, mostly Aaron as well as Aldab.
Yeah, it's some of the actually really very tanky Evelyn, no?
Yes.
After getting those somewhat AP items din, okay, probably investment on the SS lang and flank. It was surprising. Napakalaking susi nung flank ni Zed Blanc mula sa likod talaga. Consistently assassinating Aldab.
Oh.
5-11-9. Halatang halata si Aldab kanina. Napaka-maingat nito maglaro. Pero ayan, it's Zed Blanc, Zed, Project Zed, getting out of hand after that dominating performance against the Victor in the early game. And Victor, ayun, bumabalik siya, okay? Okay lang na daw gumabang pabalik, pero yun, masyado nang late, okay? 4-7-4, we didn't manage to see members of this Diamond B2 to hit level 18 and even up their chances. And yan, walang key damager para dito sa side ng Diamond B2. It's only the wave clear mula kay Gangplank. So, big performance there. Congratulations sa Team Celestial. Again, like I said kanina, they have qualified para sa finals ng PGS Spring Promotionals.
Yes.
Okay? An update on that one. Yung PGS Spring Promotionals. So, may finals yan. Ito yung semifinals, no?
Yes.
Oo.
Ito lang ito sa schedule sa can we see the schedule so we can show our viewers kung ano ba yung wala na. Okay,
I-update na lang yung schedule
Yeah.
natin. I-check nyo na lang
So,
yan sa PGS.
Yes. So ang kakalabanin ng
Website.
Ganking Galore, ang sino mo manalo sa best of 5 or best of 3 ata ng Explicit as well as I forgot the other team. Basta yung kalaban ng Explicit for now. Sino manalo doon kakalabaning ang Ganking Galore
Yes.
for the semifinals and then for the finals. There you go. It's actually Fist Comeback Cats.
Oh, shoutouts mga bay from Davao. Ganyan. Fist Comeback Cats.
Yes, gonna go against Explicit Hardcore Gaming.
Kaka-ano lang nito, kaka-champion lang nito sa esports tour.
Yeah,
sa
I
EST.
think also Explicit won against the sub team of Naga yesterday in a best of 5,
Yes.
and now whoever wins from those two teams will go to Ganking Galore, and whoever wins against Ganking Galore will step up and go against in the finals of the PGS Promotionals against Team Celestial.
And the finals of the PGS Promotionals. Again, makita natin, meron tayong mga teams from PGS na relegated din. That is Pacific, tama
Yes,
ba? And
yes.
Naga?
No, it's not Naga.
Naga, no? Naga.
Naga ba?
Naga and
Ah,
Pacific.
okay.
Yes,
okay.
Naga and Pacific. So, Naga and Pacific, okay, yun yung may relegations. But yung magcha-champion dito between Celestial and kung sino man yung manalo sa semifinals, Ganking Galore at kung sino man sa Comeback Cats or Explicit, will become a pro player. Hindi na nila kakalabanin yung Pacific Esports tsaka yung Naga. Okay, ang makaka-relegate ng Naga and Pacific Esports is yung second.
Yung top 2.
Oo,
Yes.
Yung sunod sa kung sino man ang mag-champion dito sa ating series. So napakahalaga talaga para sa mga teams natin. Guys, hindi biro yung pinagdaanan ng mga teams na to. Nanigurado yan, nag-organize yan, nag-usap yan, text pa. Ba't di ka sumipot? Mga ganon. Challenger circuit mula sa rank team. Okay? Sa mga rank games natin. Makikita nyo yung meaning niyan. C1, R1, C3, R2 hanggang C5. Those are the Challenger Circuit tournaments na ginanap all over the country that is regularly updated. Bibigay ka ng updates yan mula kay GG Sphere. There's also the online tournaments, okay, that they rack up points. Grabe, all throughout yan. 5 buwan din yan. Tapos, compared sa PGS, 8 teams na yung naglalaban dito. Diyan ang kalaban mo buong bansa. Mula Apari hanggang Hulo. Walking distance. Yan. Tapos,
Grabe.
yun din, syempre yung rank teams, di ba?
course.
Tayo, kumusta na ba yung rank team natin na
Silver. Silver. Nabubulong ko sa silver. Ano na?
Di biro rin yung rank team. So big shout out sa mga players who aspires to go pro dito sa ating pro gaming series. And of
Yes.
course, shout outs and congratulations sa nanalo ng Blood Moon skins.
Yes,
Okay?
as well as yung last week project skins
Oo.
and yung last week pa na academy skins.
Oo.
You guys are very lucky na nakuha niyo yun.
Okay, syempre last set of our announcement. Bukas naman, we also have LOL Collegiate League.
Yes, that is true. I think
one, may announcements yan, may update yan. Check nyo na rin yung LOL Collegiate fanpage after nyo i-check yung ating Pro Gaming Series fanpage.
yes, I think last day na rin ata bukas ng Asia Pop Comic Con.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, again, shoutouts po sa Asia Pop Comic Con. Nandiyan pa rin sila, World Trade Center yan, guys. Nako, yung ticket niyan, sulit na sulit. Tapos pag napadaan pa kayo dyan, mga summoners, daanan nyo na rin. Okay, yung mga Garena staffs natin na nandyan. Kahapon, nandun si GS Rico, no?
Yeah,
Diba?
si Gigi Spear din, si Idol Earth.
Idol Lord Master Earth. Kung ikaw,
Master
Challenger Pogi. Okay. Idol Lord Master Earth, GG Spear, andyan po
Hindi
yan
ako challenger.
sa Asia Popcorn along with Banana Kate. Okay. Also with our gas team. Yan. So get a chance to win. This time, kung paskin-skin lang kayo or so many opportunities with gas, doon, peripherals. Okay? Literal.
Yes.
Oh, tangible gaming gears.
Yes,
Ah,
pwede silang dilaan at hawakan
Oo.
yung mga peripherals.
Okay.
Sabihin nyo, totoo to.
Yan. So, all announcements has been laid down. Before we wrap up, do you have any shoutouts?
Of course, shoutouts to my classmates out there who also play League of Legends, WMD Immersive, Incinerate, GGXD, AZHD, also to my other already graduated and almost graduating classmates. We have, wow, Nanoy, subukan mo ko, Tagahusgado, yes, that is their name, Beast Mode Joe. And of course,
Tagahusgado.
16, and also the other PGS Rifters out there. If you're
Parang-
watching, guys, you guys are awesome.
Parang hip-hop group. Ako naman gusto kong batiin sila Jan Cannon. Of course, Insanity Ying, kay Diego Den, and of course, kay Shamir. Ayan. And, ayan, bukas magkikita tayo. Nako, ayan. Basta, may mga lakad-lakad kami. And of course, watch
Yes.
out for GG Amplifier. And magkakas bukas for LCL.
I think it's GS Rico as well as GS
Yeah,
Amplifier.
okay,
Yeah,
GS
si
Rico.
Sir Amps.
Okay, so it has been an amazing evening, guys, mula sa inyo. Maraming salamat for viewing this one. Shoutouts po sa inyo. At sa lahat ng mga summoners na naglalaro ngayon sa Summer Stream. Also nga, yung Black Alistar event. Ako po, ayan, this is the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split Promotionals match between Team Celestial versus Diamond V2 for the semifinals, wherein Team Celestials qualified for the finals. Okay, brought to you by Smart Prepaid, Live More, and GameX. Game for good. Ako po ang inyong shoutcaster. Okay? Dahil shoutcaster na pandigma. Tawagin niyo akong Battlecast with a one for an eye, GS Yunbu.
And of course, yaw mawala, GS Astray with an eye.
Okay, guys. Stay awesome, mga summoners. Good luck. Hindi pa tapos ang ating weekend. And see you guys on the next stream.